Final game of a 4-game series between the Twins and the Rangers. Minnesota looking for a split in the series. They can achieve that with a win here this afternoon on a sun-splashed Thursday at Target Field. Nick Martinez goes for the Rangers, making just his 5th career start. A 2.14 ERA so far this year, 4th among rookies. Samuel Deduno, his 38th career start, 5th this season. He's held opposing hitters to a 220 average as a starter. Minnesota's offense looking for answers lately. Just 192 over the last 9 games, averaging only 2.1 runs per game. In the last 6, they've lost 5 times and have scored only 10 runs. With Tim Laudner, I'm Anthony LaPanta. That's the challenge for the Twins, looking for a spark. They may have found one in the return of Oswaldo Arcia, who's hit safely in each of the first 3 games of the series.
Well, he has certainly been a spark, Anthony. This guy, he is high intensity. He can swing the bat, and his emotions and his energy almost match that of his bat swing. Very high intensity, high speed. And so, you know what, let's look for Oswaldo Arcia to continue to be able to punish the baseball, drive the baseball, add some spark to the Twins lineup. You know what, I don't know how they're going to try and hold this guy back. It'd be like putting reins on a big giant stallion, because this guy, he loves to play the game of baseball.
3 extra base hits already for Arcia. Hitting coach Tom Bernansky talked about his approach at the plate.
An aggressive swinger. We don't want to take that away from him. We just want to make the pitch selection a little bit better, because these guys are going to see that. And if you've noticed, every time he's come up here, every first pitch has been an off-speed pitch, whether a changeup or breaking ball. And to that, they want to play off his aggressiveness. To that, then they get the fastballs. The fastballs are up. So again, pitch awareness and where those pitches are, and have a nice little down plane on it, and he's going to backspin some balls out of here.
Arcia's homered already in this series for the Twins. Samuel Deduno for Minnesota. Nick Martinez for the Rangers. Dick Bramer, Bert Blyleven next.
Sports North is presented by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. And by Dodge. It's time for the Dodge Memorial Day event. Come in for great deals. Beautiful day for baseball at Target Field. Final game of the series and the homestand. The Twins hoping for a split, while Samuel DeDuno is hoping for some run support. He's been a little bit better in every one of his starts. He hopes to have a good game here today. His mound opponent, a newcomer to the Twins, Nick Martinez, taking advantage of all the injuries the Rangers have endured. He'll make the start in the series finale. And it is a beautiful day for baseball here at Target Field. Dick and Bert with you for the final game of this 4-game series. And for Nick Martinez, the beneficiary of what has been a rash of injuries for the Texas Rangers. When injuries hit in our organization, it creates an opportunity for somebody else.
And that's all you want as a professional baseball player. And Martinez, he did not even go to Major League camp with the Texas Rangers. But at the end of spring training, because of a couple good appearances in spring training, he was put into the rotation. Started April 5th, sent back down. Now he was out in that bullpen, now making his 5th Major League start, coming off a very good start, his first win last time out against the Texas Rangers. For the Twins, also taking an opportunity. Remember, DeDuno started in the bullpen this year. With Mike Pelfrey going down, DeDuno getting that opportunity and making the most out of it. He's done a very good job in that rotation. He, like Martinez, making his 5th start for the season.
Twins can't win the series. The best they can hope for is a split in this 4-game series. That's what they'll try to accomplish before they head out on the road to New York. The Twins hoping to get a split in the 4-game series. Couldn't ask for better weather. Feels like summer for the first time in a long time here in the upper Midwest. And the Twins broadcast today is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces, serving in 175 countries and aboard ships at sea. Been watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, and Japan. And we welcome all of you and thank you all for your service to our country.
We sure do, and God bless you all.
Ron Washington hoping to get his team back into the playoffs and maybe into the World Series. Interesting interview with Tim Laudner talking about the respect he has for his counterpart, Ron Washington. Here's his Menards batting order for the series finale. Shin-Soo Choo, the designated hitter, leading off. Luis Sardinas, Mitch Moreland, Adrian Beltre, Alex Rios has had a great series. Michael Choice, Leonys Martin, Robinson Chirinos, and Rougned Odor.
And Samuel Deduno on the mound here this afternoon. Gorgeous day here at Target Field, making his 5th start, his 12th appearance. This will be his 3rd career start against the Texas Ranger organization. His other 2 prior starts in Texas, and you have to go back to 2012 for those. Deduno, of course, good moving fastball. You see his numbers overall, 17 walks in 42 innings pitched. He's done a better job, it seems like, every start, building that arm strength up. Of course, he put into that rotation because Mike Pelfrey was put on a disabled list.
Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Jason Kubel out in left field this afternoon. Danny Santana in center. Aaron Hicks is available for play. Oswaldo Arcia in right. Plouffe and Escobar left side of the infield. Dozier, Mauer on the right side. Pito has become Deduno's personal catcher. Crew chief Jerry Lane behind the plate. Mike DeMuro, Mike Esterbrook, Pat Hobert.
Yeah, Jerry Lane's been umpiring a long time. This is his 26th year as a major league umpire.
78 degrees, a little bit of a breeze blowing in from right field.
Jerry Lane told me earlier, he said, I'm going to keep umpiring until I get this thing right.
And you, of course, didn't disagree with him at all.
Oh, heavens, no.
Chu will lead things off. Deduno on the mound. And we should mention that Mike Pelfrey is back in the Twin Cities getting his sore shoulder examined. Flew back yesterday. Here's a first pitch strike to Shin-Soo Choo.
Well, one thing Ron Washington would like to do, and that's get some of the guys some rest. But because of Choo's bad ankle, you know, he's basically the designated hitter now. I know, Rios hit or pinched, or excuse me, was a DH the other day. He wants to give Beltre a day off as on the field, but Choo, because of the ankle, is a DH.
1-2.
Choo in his first season with the Rangers, last year with the Cincinnati Reds, where he played on 154 games, hit 21 home runs, drove in 54. What they miss is his speed, too, because of the bad ankle.
Grounded to third, backhanded by Plouffe. Over to Mauer, and a quick first out for Deduno. One away, and that'll bring up Luis Sardinas. We finally have summertime weather. There's a golf course about 5 minutes from my house. As I drove by it today, they just cut the grass. Most wonderful smell in the world. We don't get that in Minnesota until about this time of the year, and boy, the smell of freshly cut grass, the hum of mosquitoes in the evening.
That will carry you away.
1-0 and a called strike. 1-1.
Deduno in his 3rd season with the Twins.
Rick Anderson in an interview earlier this week said that Deduno has made more progress than any pitcher he's worked with since he arrived in Minnesota. 1-2 and down and in, relating Deduno's control problems when he had a hard time basically throwing 2 pitches in a row inside a batting cage, for instance, and now they've really refined his mechanics and funneled in his control. And up the middle, it'll bleed through for a 1-out single.
Not a bad pitch, looked like it was up and in, but Sardinas fought it off and hit it right back up the middle. First hitter of the ball game. As we get underway here, you see the ball up, just left up a little bit, and Sardinas and Odor, a combination that we'll see this afternoon at short and second base that were in Double-A this year. Both these young kids, only 20 years old, getting an opportunity to get some major league experience.
Rangers are running a lot more this year. There's a handful of players that can steal a base. Sardinas, one of them, although he is 0 for 1 in that department. We've seen teams lately take some liberties on the Twins. There's a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, there's only been 1 stolen base against Deduno when he's been on that mound. It was successful. Now he's been able to get 4 double plays turned behind him. Pinto looking in at Terry Steinbach. See if the Twins sometimes can pick up and steal signs from the Rangers.
And the Twins are going to be doing more of that, according to Ron Gardenhire this morning. They took apart the stolen bases yesterday and timed the pitcher's delivery to the plate, the catcher's delivery of the throws to second base. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And what they determined is they feel like the pitchers are becoming too rhythmic out there on the mound, and that they're being timed. The sense was last night the stolen bases were the result of a predictable pattern by the pitchers. So what they want to do is step off more often, as Duduno just did. Maybe use the inside move with a runner at second base, holding the ball
a little bit longer,
just breaking up the routine in hopes of retarding the base stealer's jump. Pulled foul, 2 strikes.
That's all fine and good, but when you have a guy like, say, Ricky Henderson or Martin, who stole a base yesterday, I thought the jump that he got wasn't very good, but with his speed he just beat it out. And then the catcher's throws have not been a little erratic too. Some have ended up in center field.
2 strikes to Moreland. Now, with that said, I asked Ron Gardenhire about Duduno and Pinto, the battery today, and how Pinto really has his work cut out for him. It's much tougher to have a quick release as a catcher, get a good grip on the ball, and deliver an accurate throw. There's a strikeout. Moreland is gone on strikes. When Duduno's fastball's cutting all over the place, it's hard to even catch the thing, much less center it into your glove to get a quick release.
Yeah, this is a good hard breaking ball by Duduno and a good job by Pinto. You can see that ball landing right on the other side of home plate. Pinto deadening the ball by utilizing his glove and his chest protector.
So now Duduno will try to retire his nemesis, Adrian Beltre. 6 at bats, 5 hits, 2 home runs for Beltre against Duduno. And another throw over to first.
Sardinas now not a lot of major league time. This is only his 12th major league game, but in the minor league, 75 stolen bases in 5 minor league seasons. So he's capable of stealing a base. He's tried once already this year, unsuccessful.
High and tight. Ball 1.
Not bad numbers right there against Duduno.
Which is odd because Duduno's not a guy who gives up a lot of home runs, and he's given up 2 already to Beltre. Fouled back, 1-1.
Well, Beltre, a home run hitter, 381 career home runs for Beltre. Duduno's only given up 2 home runs this year. Sandoval hit one off him in his last start in San Francisco, and then Ian Kinsler 3 starts ago hit one in Detroit.
And a look over.
And what's good about that, they're both solo home runs. Duduno, 30 years old, from the Dominican Republic, came up with the Rockies, made 4 relief appearances. Then the next year with the Padres, only 2 relief appearances. In his 3rd season with the Twins, signing as a free agent back in 2011.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Just rearing back and challenging Beltre.
What was that? Was that a cutter?
That's like, his fastball, it cuts, it sinks.
The ball almost dropped straight down.
Yep. Duduno shaking off Pinto. Now he gets the sign he wants.
Left side picked up by Plouffe. Short flip to second. That wraps up a scoreless top of the 1st inning. Gardenhire hoping that his lineup can produce some runs. And this is the lineup he is going with here this afternoon. Brought to you by Menards. Brian Dozier, Joe Mauer, Trevor Plouffe, Oswaldo Arcia, Josh Willingham, Jason Kubel, Josmil Pinto, Eduardo Escobar, Danny Santana.
And a Mall of America scatter report on Nick Martinez getting the opportunity to start. And again, you know, he wasn't even in spring training with the Rangers. He made a couple appearances for the A team, and they liked him. And with the injuries, got the opportunity to put into the starting rotation from day one. Coming off his first major league win, that against the Detroit Tigers. He won that ball game 12-2. He pitched 6 very good innings, gave up only 1 run. And he himself says, you know, I'm going to be as good as my control of my fastball. He's got a good curveball and a changeup, but he knows he has to get that fastball over in the right spots.
Brian Dozier's been jumping at that first pitch regularly. He takes it for a strike here. Beltre was guarding the line. He's seen Dozier pull a couple of balls to his right in this series. Popped up down the right field line and a long run for Rios. And Rios isn't going to get there, and it's a foul ball.
Well, the wind blowing in from left field, and that ball, what one time was in fair territory, it kept slicing away and into the stands.
Northland Ford defense for the Rangers. Choice in left, Martin in center, Rios in right, Beltre, Sardinas, Odor, Moreland, and Chirinos behind the plate again. 2 strikes to Dozier. Mauer and Plouffe will follow. Twins obviously getting their first look at Nick Martinez. Fastball inside. Martinez squares to the hitter, has his right foot on the far edge of the pitching rubber, then moves it in with a fly to center. Retreating is Martin. 1 away.
Yeah, I was just asking the truck if they could show Martinez the way he sets up to look for the sign from the catcher. Kind of spread out. He does work off that third base side of the pitching rubber, but the left foot was almost, like you mentioned, that on the dirt in front of that pitching rubber. Very open stance.
1 down, and here's Joe Mauer. Down and away, missing ball 1.
Straight over the top, though. Martinez just 23 years old. Didn't spend a lot of time in the minor leagues. See the arm come whipping through.
At the knees, 1-1. Slow breaking ball, left up high.
Martinez, 6'1", 175, signed by the Rangers in 2011. Their number 18 round draft pick out of Fordham University out of New York.
3-1, Plouffe on deck. Twins have scored just 6 runs in the 3 games of this series so far. Coming off a road trip where they scored 11 runs in 5 games.
The offense has been struggling.
What Mauer can do with this 3-1 pitch. Makes it on the outside corner to fill the count. Three and 2 to Mauer. Fouled away. Add it all up, and not counting the first game in San Diego in the last 7 games. That's with 4 runs scored here 2 nights ago. With just 12 runs scored in the last 7 games. Left center. Choice and Martin. It's Choice with the catch, 2 down. And that'll bring up Trevor Plouffe, who's gone deep a couple of times lately.
Well, he hit a bomb in San Diego that in the 8th inning, and the Twins 2-0 win. One of the longest home runs hit in San Diego at their ballpark, Petco Park. And then here on Monday against Nick Tepesh with a solo home run in the 1st inning. Gave the Twins an early 1-0 lead.
Both impressive. The one to center field. We haven't seen too many land in that grassy area over the center field fence. 1-0 to Plouffe. Swinging a foul, 1-1. To the Twins' third baseman. Now inside. And missing low again, another 3-1 count. Came back from 3-1 to get Mauer on a fly ball.
Yeah, falling behind an account. 15 pitches, 8 for strikes.
To right field, and Rios is there. The outfielder got a fly ball in a 1-2-3 first inning.
The fresh cut grass for me.
Pine tar, grass, I mean, there's no better smells.
Popcorn, the whole package, the different aromas that fly through the air.
I can always put my glove over my face and smell my glove.
It just brings me back to when I was like 6 years old, 7 years old, playing the game.
But just being outside baseball.
It just reminds me of summertime and just good times in general.
Outdoor baseball is the best thing in the world.
I agree.
Yeah, I would too. Here's Alex Rios leading off the second. I think we talked about it last night. These days were always the hardest. And I think for the fans too, when it's this nice out, to go inside knowing that you weren't going to be able to take a breath of fresh air for about 5 hours. There's a line to the left.
Tell you what, that Rios is hot. That base hit right there, now a 12-game hitting streak. And he has enjoyed hitting here at Target Field. Now that's 50 hits and 135 at-bats here at Target Field for Rios. Jumped on this fastball right here. About thigh high, and Rios lines it into left field. Second hit for the Rangers.
His 69th hit already this year. That's a lot of hits. Here's Michael Choice.
Altuve with the Houston Astros leading with 73 hits. Well, Rios came into this at bat. You can see where he's hitting right here at target field. Now 366.
Most of that done as a member of the Chicago White Sox, of course.
Yeah, Rios second in the American League in hitting behind Victor Martinez.
Inside, ball one. Rios a threat to steal, 10 out of 16 in that category.
.237 career stolen bases for Rios.
Down and away, 2-0.
Michael Choice in his rookie season with the Rangers came up as a September call-up last year for the Oakland A's. Played in only 9 games, was 5 for 18, and then traded over to Texas over the winter for outfielder Greg Gentry.
Foul back.
And the Oakland A's just keep winning, don't they? What a game last night. Joe Nathan served up a home run to Donaldson for the A's to come back and win that ball game.
I watched the end of that and I realized why you insisted on finishing as many games as you could.
Yep.
Anibal Sanchez was in control for 8+ innings. And Coco Crisp got a base hit. They took him out. And before you knew it, Donaldson hits a 3-run home run and turns the game around. And Nathan's 4th blown save of the year.
That's why I wish they would put that pitch count at 120 rather than 100, because right there between 95 and 105, they say, oh, he's had enough. Sanchez, like you mentioned, he was dealing.
2-1 to Choice. Inside 3-1. But now Sanchez is his second start since he had to go on the disabled list with a blister problem that he developed while pitching against the Twins.
Well, I'm gonna make Choice swing the bat here.
Up the middle. And another bleeder through. Rios will check in at second base. The Sardinas base hit was a 5-hopper up the middle. This looked to be about a 6-hopper.
Yeah, as a pitcher, as a right-handed pitcher, usually your momentum takes you over toward that first baseline, and that ball ends up behind Aduno and hit hard enough to find its way through the infield. Rios stops at second base.
3 feet either way, and it might be a double play.
Exactly.
First and second, nobody out, and here is Leonis Martin. Twins pinching the corners, anticipating a possible bunt.
Yeah, he laid down a bunt here on Monday night. And then he beat out a bunt here last night. Very good handler of the bat, Martinez.
Outside, ball one. Aduno falling behind batters here in this second inning.
Martin with 6 sacrifices on the year, the most for the Rangers.
Fouled back, 1-1.
Well, he's swinging away here. What was that number that we were talking about at San Francisco where the Giants, where they score first? I believe they were 25-4.
Something like that, yeah.
After we left that series. That was Gene Mock's theory all the time. Let's score first, because you score first 70% of the time you will win that ball game.
Swing and a miss. Aduno has swing and a miss stuff. He struck out Moreland in the first inning after the 1-out single.
Well, his fastball moves so much, but we've seen that curveball a lot of times get the strikeout. That's what he struck out Moreland on in the first inning.
A little bit of a hazardous situation, though. You've got 2 runners on, nobody out. You'd better trust your catcher to block it. If in fact it's in the dirt. Wide of the plate, 2-2. Pinto's done a good job of that. This is by design as the Twins try to develop Pinto's skills behind the plate. They're asking him to catch the most difficult pitcher in the rotation.
Even that pitch right there, Pinto kind of wanted it down and in, and it was up and away, so he comes flying out to have to make the catch.
Smothered, and now it's a full count.
There's that curveball right there, but credit Martin of laying off of it.
Big pitch here just in the second inning, but the Rangers are threatening, and it's a full count with nobody out. Martin strikeout prone. He struck out 44 times and 170 at bats. Fouled away.
It's hard to make that good, nasty breaking ball down and in when, you know, it's a 3-2 count with a couple runners on and nobody out. Nice souvenir.
Another 3-2 pitch. And there's the inside move Ron Gardenhire was talking about. Wouldn't think the runners would go here. Pinto, if he were to catch strike 3, would have a clear shot third base to throw out a runner.
Sometimes you want just to show that you have that too to the base runners.
Runner stay put, and pitch loop down the left field line, foul.
The more foul balls that Martin can swing and foul off, the less likely Doduno, with his lack of control at times, you know, is going to be able to throw a strike.
Another 3-2.
He has to come in with a pitch here.
Missed inside, and they're loaded up. Nobody out. A cut fastball that missed the inside corner, and a big threat here now for the Rangers. Group outings at Target Field are great opportunities to have fun with your church, school, sports team, and family. Groups of 25 and larger qualify for special ticket discounts and can reserve seats without a deposit. Organize a group. Come on out to a Twins game this year. You can find out more by calling 800-33-TWINS and ask about group outings here at Target Field. First, Pinto, and now everyone will gather on the mound with Rick Anderson.
Quick trip to the mound by the pitching coach, Rick Anderson.
The hitter will be Robinson Chirinos.
Chirinos, 29 years old in his second season with the Rangers. Not much of an offensive player over his career. Came up with the Rays in 2011. Also was in the Cubs organization.
Bases full of Rangers, 2 singles and a walk. Plouffe playing about a step behind the third base bag. Mauer about 3 steps. Pounded foul. Twins will, at this point, gladly take a double play. But if the ball's hit sharply at Plouffe, he may try to get the force at home. Doduno giving up just a .219 batting average to right-handed batters. Right-hander Chirinos and then Odor.
Chirinos has struck out 28 times in 99 at-bats.
Breaking ball missing inside.
.34 pitches, 21 strikes for Doduno. A walk, a strikeout.
Popped up behind second base. Infield fly rule might be called, and is. 1 down.
Well, big out right there for Doduno.
And now Rougned Odor. DeDuno, I'm sure, was watching last night, and he saw the Texas pitcher, Joe Saunders, pitch out of situations like this. Seemed like throughout the first 4 or 5 innings.
Especially the second and third innings.
And if you take notes, at least mental notes, at least you know what can be done. You just saw it done last night. We'll see if he can get a ground ball hit at somebody. Plouffe now playing a little bit shorter at third base, so too Mauer at first.
Yeah, Odor in his rookie season, just 20 years old, out of Venezuela. Not in a hit into a major league double play yet.
There's strike one. And one thing the Rangers have been impressed with, he's done a nice job putting the ball in play. Just 5 strikeouts and 48 at bats.
4 of 9 first pitch strikes for DeDuno.
Swing and a miss, and then there's this. We all know 48 at bats is not a full season or anything like that. This guy hasn't drawn a walk. 48 at bats is enough to have drawn a walk or 2 or 3 anyway, but this guy's a free swinger. Maybe DeDuno can get strike 3 past him here.
Pretty good breaking ball right there that Odor swung through. See if they come back with it again.
There it is.
Oh, good curveball right there. A big strikeout for DeDuno. His second of the ball game.
Strikes out the number 9 batter. Back to the top of the order, and Shin-Soo Choo.
Well, didn't take a lot of pitches, but we'll do a pitch by pitch to Odor from by DeDuno. Got ahead, strike 1. Odor fouled it off, and then that little cutter, and then the curveball. You see the drop on that pitch right there. Big strikeout. Now you have to finish it off against a better hitter in Choo.
Choo hit a ground ball to Plouffe his first time up. Just outside, ball 1. You have to throw this guy strikes. Part of his game is drawing walks and a very fat on base percentage. Foul, and it's a 1-1 count. Twins lost a ball game last night because they could not get a hit in a key spot and take advantage of the scoring opportunities they had. The Rangers, the case could be made, lost the ball game the night before for the very same reason. They had a lead. They had a leadoff double, didn't do anything with it. Had a leadoff triple and did not score.
Yeah, by Rios.
We'll see if DeDuno can finish the job here. 1-2.
Well, staying with a breaking ball so far to Choo. And that has been his strikeout pitch. DeDuno's got all 4 pitches. Good moving fastball, the curveball we saw that struck out Odor, a changeup, and the slider. Slider like a little cut fastball.
DeDuno ahead of Choo, 1-2. And Pinto wasn't about to let that pitch get by him. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2. Now DeDuno wants to make it happen here. Fatten that average up in their series at Comerica Park over the weekend. 2-2. Breaking ball down the line, and it's going to land and score at least 2. And they're going to wave the third runner in. Here's the throw from left field. It's a 3-run double for Shin-Soo Choo.
Well, Martin and his speed scores all the way from first base. Choo just reaching out and hitting that ball down the left field line. Ball kept rolling away from Kubel. By the time that he could get over there, 3-run score. He's taking a little pitch by pitch. A breaking ball missed high to Choo, and then that little cutter inside, Duno got ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chu taking that pitch and then just hitting that pitch the other way. Not a bad pitch. Good hitting by Chu. Drove in 3. Now with 18 RBIs on the year.
And now Sardinas. Bunting foul, 1 strike.
For Chu, his 9th double.
Sardinas grounded a single up the middle his first time up. That cutter inside.
I mentioned that Sardinas is 20 years old like Odor earlier. He's actually 21. He just turned 21 on the 16th of this month. Young, talented middle infielders.
Breaking ball grounded just wide of the bag.
So Ron Washington has really taken a liking to these 2 guys too, Odor and Sardinas up the middle. In Double-A, Sardinas was the shortstop. Odor to the second baseman.
Missing inside, 1 and 2. And of course, they're getting opportunities because of the injury to Jurickson Profar, who's been on everybody's radar screen as the next up-and-coming middle infield prospect for the Rangers. But he's got a shoulder problem.
Duno has a Joe Saunders inning going like Saunders did yesterday. 32 pitches, 31 pitches for Duno. Finally gets out of the inning.
And Duno frustrated with the double by Chu that scored 3 runs.
He has not given up in the first 4 starts more than 3 runs a game. So, yeah, you give it up. Okay, hold him right there.
How many 1-0 games have there been in Target Field history with the addition of the one last night? That's our Carsoup.com trivia question. Oswaldo Arcia will lead things off for the Twins, and he takes outside, ball 1. You've got a few more veteran hitters in this Texas lineup than the Twins have. Arcia laces it to right center field, to the gap, and high off the wall again. Arcia crashing a double against the fence in right. He's worn out that area since he's been activated from the disabled list.
Well, Tom Berdansky, really working on keeping that swing level, and this ball out over the plate. And look at the extension that he got right there. The power he can generate. Great solid swing, great contact by the 23-year-old Oswaldo Arcia.
And you can see very little spin coming off the bat. And that's what Tom Berdansky was talking about yesterday when I asked him specifically about Arcia. If you swing the bat on a level plane and you just get under it a little bit, you'll get some nice backspin, which will make the ball carry another 40-50 feet. Here's Willingham. Off the plate, ball one.
Twins need to score right here. Get some number on the board.
Yep. And as Arcia has jumped back into the lineup with a lot of extra base pop, that's what the Twins need from Willingham sooner rather than later. Down and away, 2-0. Willingham simply trying to do what he's already proven he can do. 2 years ago, he was one of the more feared power hitters in the league.
35 home runs, drove in 110 runs. Last year, injuries, 14 home runs, drove in 48. And this year, getting plunked in that wrist by Justin Masterson, put him on a disabled list.
Off the bat, watch how little spin. There's the pitch spin, and it left home plate almost like a knuckleball.
Yep.
And if you just get a little rotation on that ball, it's it'll climb and travel a good 40-50 feet further. 2-0 to Willingham. (3-0). Well, look how the Rangers got their 3 runs. Rios pulled his base hit, and then there was just a 5-hopper up the middle. There was a walk, and then Chu, with 2 strikes, drove the ball to the opposite field.
After Deduno worked so hard to get the 2 outs, that 3rd out sometimes is hard to get.
3-0 to Willingham. And inside corner, it's called a strike. Willingham started unbuckling his ankle guard.
Jerry Lane, the crew chief here.
That wasn't close.
Just got a piece of the black, I guess. I will continue to tell you that there is black on that plate, on the corners.
Has nothing to do with the strike zone, but
because part of the ball has to be on the black. It's only about an inch.
It's buried in dirt. There's ball 4. The Twins have a promising start to the 2nd inning. Twins going through a stretch now they were concerned about coming out of spring training. They're just not scoring multiples of runs. And Mike Maddox to the mound with Jason Kubel, the batter. You can tweet your photo using #NorthFanPhoto for a chance to have it shown in an upcoming game broadcast brought to you by AT&T. Well, the Twins with an immediate chance to jump right back in the game if they get a big hit from Kubel, but that too has been an issue. Kubel getting a couple of days off to freshen up his legs, and they hope his swing.
Mike Maddox saying his piece. Now for Martinez, making his 5th start, his 10th appearance. That's 16 walks now and 35 innings pitched.
First and second, nobody out. Kubel takes a strike.
View that the pitching coach Mike Maddox has. Twins need Kubel to start swinging a bat again. 0 for his last 14 plate appearances.
Blocked by Chirinos. 1-on-1. Twins have hit 38 home runs. They've allowed 40. So at least the spread isn't what it's been in most of the last 3 years. But still 38 home runs in 50 games. A pace for about 120 on the season. Oh, swing and a miss. 1-2.
That's what Kubel's been doing a lot of. 51 times he has struck out at 144 at bats. Kubel has 1 home run on the year, that coming here back on April 9th against the Oakland A's.
1-2 to Jason Kubel. Breaking ball down and in.
Go. 140 major league home runs for Kubel. 105 as a Twin.
It's inside. 3-2. Pinto on deck.
Martinez now has thrown more balls than strikes. That didn't get the black because the Twins hitters up.
Okay. 3-2 to Kubel. And a walk to fill the bases. And Osmeal Pinto comes to the plate.
You can see the ball strike ratio, 29 total, 16 balls thrown. Now Martinez in his last start in Detroit, 6 innings, only walked 1. With a couple strikeouts, 6 very good innings. Won that ball game, his first major league win, 12-2.
Bases loaded, nobody out for Osmeal Pinto.
Oh.
And Jerry Lane called that a strike. Outside, 1-1.
Out of way, come on.
Pinto, as we've said throughout his first full season in the major leagues, for a young, inexperienced player, he does have a pretty good eye. He's drawn 19 walks with 112 at bats.
7 home runs on the year.
Sliced foul, and it's 1-2. But with 112 at bats, 30 of them have ended up as a strikeout.
Come on.
1-2. Ooh, dribbler. And the force has made it home. Nice play by Martinez, shoveling the ball to Chirinos. Pinto reaches on a fielder's choice.
Yeah, a little PFP right there, what you do in spring training every day as a pitcher. You cover first, and then you work on this. In case of a bunt, you have to field your position, and that's what Martinez does. He comes in, and then utilizing his glove, flipping it to the catcher for the force out at home.
Now the bases loaded with 1 out for Escobar. Of course, the Rangers got a bases clearing double with 2 outs from their leadoff batter. Here the Twins will try to get a productive hit from someone in the bottom of their order. Fouled away, 1 strike.
And Escobar's been swinging a hot bat, so hopefully he can get a pitch out over the plate and drive it somewhere. 15 doubles for Escobar in 107 at bats.
On the left side of the plate, he's hitting 360. Inside, 1-1.
There are the splits right there. 9 of the 10 RBIs have come from this side of the plate. Escobar right on top of that plate, too.
Fouled away now, 1-2. Martinez with a strikeout every other inning so far in the big leagues. Hasn't gotten a strikeout yet in the ball game this afternoon.
See how close he is to that home plate. His hands almost over the corner of the plate.
And now 2-2.
Right on the black. He's almost testing you to, come on in here. I dare you to come in here, because he's pretty quick on both sides of the plate.
Well, he's picked up some of those doubles. And now 3-2.
Martinez looked like he tried a change-up right there.
You look at this inning. He walked Willingham, walked Kubel, got a gift strike on the first pitch to Pinto, and that changed the whole at bat. Now he's in danger of walking in a run. Full count with the bases full and 1 out. Fouled away.
When I was out on that mound and a guy would stand as close as Escobar is to the plate, he's telling me 2 things I have to find out. He's daring me to come in, or he's also telling me, and I'm having trouble with that pitch away.
Line to the first baseman. Double play. A liner to Moreland.
Couldn't have hit it any harder.
And Kubel trapped off second base. And the Twins rally fizzles. Presented by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Northland Ford. Visit northlandford.com and your local Northland Ford dealers today. And by Grand Casino. The best stories start here. Rangers got a big 2-out hit last night to win 1-0, and a big 2-out hit here today to take an early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, that bottom of the second inning, that hurt the Twins. They've been, struggling scoring runs anyway. They had a great opportunity. Bases loaded, nobody out, unable to score.
Mitch Moreland takes a strike from Deduno. And now he takes outside.
Well, Deduno, 33 strikes in 50 pitches.
Low breaking ball gets a swing and a miss.
And he knows what his job is right here. Keep it where it is at 3-0 deficit. One thing you learn as a starting pitcher, you cannot bring back last inning. All you can do is control this inning and hopefully beyond. And Doduno needs some quick innings. That pitch count already, as we showed you, 50, now at 52 pitches.
Twins are 7 games into a stretch of 20 games in 20 days, so every out or inning that a starter can give the Twins, effective inning, is one the bullpen won't have to pitch. The Twins, remember, are back down to 12 pitchers from 13. 3-2 to the leadoff man here in the third. Solidly up the middle of base hit. Good at bat from Moreland. And another leadoff single.
Yeah, Moreland was in the lineup basically as a designated hitter with Prince Fielder playing first base, and then a little bit in the outfield. Now that Fielder's out for the year, Moreland back at his natural position at first base. Hit 23 home runs last year, but Doduno left the pitch right over the heart of the plate. And it's a third base hit right back up the middle off of Doduno.
And now Beltre, who bounced to Plouffe his first time up. High pop-up, short left field. And Escobar with the catch. Nice to see a ball like that get caught. Been a lot of them that have landed in the grass over the last week or so. One down. Alex Rios will hit next. Saturday, it's a full day of MLB action, beginning with the Braves taking on the Marlins on Fox Sports 1. Then it's baseball night in America on Fox as the Rays battle the Red Sox. A battle for last place in the American League East, believe it or not. Or the Pirates take on the Dodgers. Our MLB doubleheader begins Saturday at 2:30 Central on Fox Sports 1 and continues at 6 p.m. Central on Fox.
Well, Miami Marlins hanging right in there in the National League East. Mike Redmond doing a good job down there.
One and 0 to Rios. Started the 3-run second inning with a single to left.
Rios backing away from that curveball, and it breaks over the plate. Rios, 6 triples on the year. That's the most in the American League. 20 multi-hit games, 2 behind Alexi Ramirez of the White Sox.
Up and in, 2-1.
Showed you these hot zones last night for Alex Rios here at Target Field, where he's torn the baseball into half. But you can see you can pitch him down and in. He hasn't gotten a hit down there yet. Don't throw it down the middle. Like that. Sometimes hitters get themselves out.
Santana out, now back in. 2 down.
If you get a hit every 3 hits in 10 at bats,
you're in Cooperstown.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, that's a ball right there, but Rios just got underneath it to hit the fly ball out. So good hitters get themselves out.
That's still the most amazing hitting display I've seen this year when the Red Sox and David Ortiz were in there. Granted, the Twins didn't pitch him well, but he didn't miss a pitch. He crushed everything. It was a very hittable pitch. Most of them were, but still, you'd think there'd be a pop-up in there someplace.
Well, the Cardinals were hoping that last year in the World Series, too.
Breaking ball over for strike 1. Quick start for the Rangers. A 3-run double by Shin-Soo Choo has put them up early. Swing and a foul. 2 strikes, all part of the punishment one takes when you're catching, particularly if you're catching Doduno. There are other bruises you have to deal with too, blocking pitches in the dirt.
You see right off the top of the bat, right back into Doduno's mask. With Pinto, excuse me.
Runner goes, and the pitch rolled past Plouffe into left field. Moreland will hold up at second base.
Choice picking up his second hit.
Another 2-out hit. First and second, 2 down for Leonis Martin. Everything that transpired in the second inning, the biggest regret Duno might have had is the walk to Martin. Filled the bases, gave him no margin for error. He did get the next 2 batters, but then threw a decent pitch, it seemed, from up here anyway, to Chu, and it got chipped to left field for a 3-run double. Inside, ball 1.
Yeah, the Rangers hovering right around 500, 27 and 26 coming into this ball game. Of course, you know, well known all the starters that they have lost, but offensively, other than Prince Fielder, you know, they're hanging in there. Offensively, they're doing very well, hitting .267 as a ball club. Only the Tigers are hitting at a higher average.
They're kind of sitting in there with the Mariners in their division. And, you know, the Twins, we've said about it, or talked about the situation in the American League Central for a good part of the season. Twins are in a division right now where if you have a good week, you can be in second place, and if you have a bad week, and that's what the Twins are having, you might fall down to last place. As it is, the Twins are squarely in the middle, 2 games below 500, with Chicago and Detroit ahead of them, and Kansas City, Cleveland beneath them.
Yeah, see, Detroit's 2-8 over the last 10 ball games. Chicago's 7-3, and there's, you know, 5 games right there that they've moved up the ladder.
Outside, 3-1. And Chirinos is on deck. Ball came up on Mauer. He underhands it to Duno, and that takes care of the 3rd inning, and the Rangers strand 2.
One pitches thrown by Duno, and the big blow off the bat of Chu that drove in 3 runs to make it a 3-0 ball game. That came with 2 outs, and the Twins had their opportunities. Bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the 2nd. But then with 1 out, Escobar hit it sharply right to Moreland. They turned a double play, and the inning over.
So Ron Washington, who saw his Ranger team go into Detroit, take 3 out of 4 from the Tigers, hoping to do the same here in Minnesota. Danny Santana will lead off the 3rd inning. Santana, Dozier, and Mauer. Before we get too far along, we want to pass along get well wishes to our radio not counterpart, partner, we'll call Corey Provis. Had some voice issues, had to leave the ball game yesterday, not on the broadcast today.
What took him so long working with Dan Gladden?
You know, Santana with a beautiful bunt.
That's perfect.
Perfectly placed, and Santana's aboard with a bunt single.
He almost saw Moreland, the first baseman. Do I go to the bag? Do I go to after the ball? He didn't know what to do. This was a perfect bunt.
Moreland and Martinez kind of look like square dancing partners there. Weren't sure what to do.
As a pitcher, you fall off the mound, but look at it, got by the pitcher. Man, really no chance. A perfectly placed bunt.
Twins who came up empty-handed after a leadoff double in the second now get a bunt single from Santana. Dozier with a fly ball to center his first time up. You know, it's tough when you're a radio play-by-play guy and you lose your voice. That's tough. I mean, you and I can always fall back on our good looks, but
no, we can't.
Dozier takes inside, ball one.
I called Corey up, and he sounded a little bit better today, so we wish him well. But he's not watching the TV and monitor anyway. He's probably listening to Chris Atterbury and Gladden.
Probably changing a diaper right now is probably what he's doing. 1-0. Tapper left side. Beltre fields it in foul territory. 1-1 will be the count to Dozier.
Beltre followed that and threw to first because you just don't know. That's the home plate umpire's call right there, Jerry Lane, until that ball goes by the third base bag. But you still want to finish the play. Even though that ball bounced in foul territory. So it bounced right there and then a little short hop. Okay, picked it up and showed off his arm.
After his ninth inning play the other night, he probably thinks he owes Moreland an extra toss or two over there. 1-1. Santana will be a great base stealer for the Twins. I'm not sure down 3-0 the Twins are too eager to send him here with the likes of Dozier, Mauer, and Plouffe coming up.
Yeah, Martin, one of those pitchers, very quick feet toward first base. There's only been two stolen bases attempts. They've both been thrown out.
Oh, very high.
Ball up and in. And he has a pickoff already, so pretty quickly over to first. This ball just getting away. And up and into Dozier.
Breaking ball for ball two.
Yeah, the pickoff that he had was to second base.
Popped up center field. Martin calls for it. One down.
Second time Dozier has flown out to center field.
Hit a fly ball to left his first time up. Mauer hoping to get aboard, get Plouffe up, representing the tying run. At some point, the Twins lineup needs to shake loose. Had a great chance to do it in the second, but didn't get a run across. Outside, ball one.
I'm just looking up Dozier. You know, he's kind of the catalyst as far as getting on and scoring runs. And in this series right here, he's flown out 6 times, 5 times to the center fielder. You know, Brian Dozier, usually when he's right on that ball, it'll be a line drive somewhere or through the infield. So he's getting underneath that ball a little bit. He's played in every game for the Twins.
And Ron Gardenhire talked about that. I asked him the other day about Dozier, whether he would get a day off, and said, well, ideally, yes, you'd like to give him a day off, but then, as you said, he's the catalyst, and this team's struggling to score runs with him in the lineup. Anyway, the strong suggestion was made that on the road trip, Dozier will get a day off. 1-1 to Mauer.
And Twins want to see Mauer start to swing the bat a little bit more with some authority. 2 home runs, a triple, 6 doubles, and 49 hits.
Santana just got back.
And again, quick feet, quick throw. And Santana just getting that right hand back underneath the tag of Moreland. Going to the corner of the bag.
One and one to Mauer. Calls that a strike.
Yeah, Martinez just 23 years old, out of Fordham University. There he was mainly a shortstop. He didn't really start pitching until his final year. He only worked 33 innings at the college level. The Rangers liked his arm. They signed him as a pitcher in 2011.
That's a fair ball between Beltran and the line. And Santana stops at second. Went back out there, and Mauer, tired of having that pitch on or near the corner, called a strike, slapped it to left for a base hit. And that'll bring up Plouffe.
Well, 3-time batting champ Joe Mauer struggling a little bit here this year, but taking that pitch. You see how deep that ball gets into, almost over the plate. Joe just lining that ball the other way.
It's amazing when you get that super slow-mo replay. You see how close the ball comes to the plate before a hitter actually starts his swing. And then you wonder why your difference between a pop-up and a home run is 1/8 of an inch.
Margin for error is incredible.
1 strike to Plouffe.
And it's a split second you have to decide. Do I hold up or do I swing?
That's looped to left. Choice coming in. He's not going to get there. It drops, and Santana flies around third, and the Twins are on the board.
Santana got a great read on that. He saw where Choice was at second base. You look around, see where the outfielders are. The ball not hit very sharply. So Santana kind of went halfway, and he noticed that ball was going to fall in front of Choice, and he took off. So Plouffe driving in his 31st run of the year. You could see that little bit on the inside part of that bat hit softly in front of Choice. And Santana in his speed scored. Mike Maddox back out to the mound.
Molitor with some words about or with Danny Santana, either how he got to first or what he did once he got there. You see that young man with a smile on his face. He's so quiet and humble, but he just has such explosive tools. It doesn't take much of an imagination to picture him being very prominent in the Twins' plans in the near future. Here's Arcia.
Just 23 years old, Danny Santana.
Checks his swing, and it's ball 1. I think it's safe to say that the 3 hardest hit balls in this series, including both teams, have come off of this man's bat. His home run and his 2 rockets off the fence high in right center field for doubles.
I agree.
Inside, 2-0. If anything, he hit his double the other night harder than he hit the home run. And he hit another one high off the wall in right center his first time up this afternoon.
Well, he keeps hitting that wall over there. It's going to keep moving back another 3 or 4 feet.
He tried to hit one over the wall. 2-1.
Well, you know, Mike Maddox came out there, and it looked like all 3 pitches are inner half of the plate. And of course, we have seen Arcia when that ball's out over the plate, great extension. So maybe Maddox saying, hey, we got to bust this guy hard inside, see what he can do. Not a lot of history with Arcia and the Rangers.
Well, the right field line, and he hooked it foul.
Well, he made the adjustment. You know, 4 pitches inside. Arcia saying, okay, you're going to come in? I'll quicken up my swing.
Got in and cracked his bat. He needs a new one. The count is 2-2, and Arcia has to go into the dugout to get the bat he wants. Jerry Lane won't like that. This is unusual. I'm not sure what the delay is there. No, he's to get it away from Escobar.
Escobar giving Arcia a heck. Maybe that's Escobar's bat.
You broke your own. Don't be taking mine. Well, big spot here for Arcia. Can he deliver another extra base hit? Two and two to the Twins right fielder. A high fly to right center field. Martin going back for the catch. Bauer, the front runner, tags, and he'll go to third. And Arcia had too much backspin on that one.
Tell you what, Martin showed off a great arm right there, throwing that ball one hop Beltre at third base. But Arcia put a swing on that, and it just missed a little bit underneath. Created that pop up with that uppercut swing. Let's take a look at the flight of the baseball as it leaves his bat. A little more spin than we saw in his previous double.
Well, the Twins, like any other team, they'll start winning more games when they get some 2-out hits, and they desperately need one here from Willingham. And there he gets one. A liner to left, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Breaking ball, and he didn't hit it hard, but he dropped it in front of the left fielder Choice. The Twins have 4 singles and so far a couple of runs.
And Josh picking up his first RBI since he's come back off the disabled list. And it comes with 2 outs here. A little slider that kind of stayed out over the plate. Josh lining it into left field as Bauer scores the second run of the inning.
And now Kubel, who drew a walk last inning. That's grounded foul. One strike to Kubel. Loof at second. He represents the tying run.
Both starters struggling here early, throwing a lot of pitches.
1-1. That's the bat Arcia wants to keep. He wants Escobar nowhere near it.
Put your name on it quick, if that helps.
And a fastball down the middle, a strike, 1-2.
Martinez kind of looking at his shortstop right there. Remember, his only pickoff was to second base.
And a fastball zip past Kubel. A strikeout ends the inning. 4 singles. The Twins put a deuce up on the board. Dick Kramer, Bert Blyleven, joined by Mike Milken and Jim Polad to talk a little bit about an ongoing effort on Major League Baseball's part. It's all involved with the Father's Day and the Prostate Cancer Foundation, where fans can contribute money per home run hit for a very worthy cause. Good to have both you gentlemen with us here tonight, or this afternoon.
It's great to be with you, and today was a big day because Jim Polad, his brother Bob, got inducted into the Home Run Challenge Hall of Fame, Bert.
Is that right? Congratulations.
Thank you.
So this is our 19th season.
Right.
And I know that I think the dollar figure now is somewhere over $45 million has been raised through this initiative with Major League Baseball over the years for prostate cancer research.
That is correct, for home runs hit during the season, which ends on Father's Day, June 15th. And probably the best statistic is that the death rate has dropped by more than 50% from projected levels.
There's a fly ball left center field. And Kubel gives way to Santana, one away. Jim, talk about your involvement with this and your family's involvement with the Prostate Cancer Foundation.
Well, we met Mike, I think, a couple of years ago when he came here to Target Field. I think it was the first trip to Target Field.
Well, the new
yeah. And that was coincident, of course, a couple occurrences of prostate cancer, either in our family or with friends. And so it was just a great connection. And I mean, Mike can talk about the foundation and all that, but it really is Mike.
Well, you can see over Twins history, Jason Kubel, active Twins leader, with 7 home runs during the challenge and 76 since the...
by all the Twins.
It started, what, 1996, I believe? Was
the
first
home run
year
challenge,
of the home run
yes.
challenge. Why didn't you do this when I was a pitcher? I gave up a lot of home runs. I could have raised a lot of money.
Well, Bert, you might not remember the first few years we used to raise money for the pitchers and how many home runs they hit. Major League Baseball told us just concentrate on the hitters, not the pitchers.
Shoot.
So, but, it was interesting. We used to send them thank you notes. They weren't that excited, though.
Zuduno underhands it to Mauer. Odor retired, 2 away.
Now, a little bit about prostate cancer. It affects 1 in every 6 men in their lifetime. Prostate cancer is kind of like breast cancer is to women.
Right, about 1 in 8 women will get breast cancer in a lifetime, 1 in 6 men. And we've done a lot of work on nutrition, and a lot of the money we raise from home runs stays right here in the greater Twin City area with the Mayo Clinic, University of Minnesota. In fact, we have a number of the leading scientists from the Mayo Clinic, University of Minnesota, with us here today. And Major League Baseball and Fox and the Twins have been fantastic partners.
The bookends for this promotion, it starts June 9th through Father's Day. So that week that leads up to and includes Father's Day, for every home run hit, a pledge can be made. And if we haven't already, we'll be glad to give you the information. Here it is right here on how you can make a pledge for every home run hit during that time. Here's Chu with another base hit to left. This with the bases empty and 2 outs.
Well, you know what amazes me is we get these stats right here. Every 18 minutes, a man dies of prostate cancer. That's unbelievable.
Well, we've made a lot of progress,
right.
And I think maybe over the next 5 years, we're going to eliminate prostate cancer as a cause of death. It'll become a chronic disease. But 6 new drugs have been approved. $1.4 million has been just invested in the Minnesota research environment here. But the awareness is one of the most important things. Go get checked. Simple blood test, early detection has also led not just improvements in medical research, but early detection.
Well, I know several years ago you made a visit to us. I believe we were in Anaheim, and you came to the booth with Tommy Lasorda. You're on the cover of the program here. You know who to hang
That was
with.
at Dodger Stadium where we saw.
Was that where it was? Yes.
That is correct.
Bouncer to short, and Escobar fires across. Guys, thank you so much for coming by and promoting a very worthwhile endeavor. Again, the Home Run Challenge begins on June 9th and continues through Father's Day, June 15th. Our thanks to Jim Polad. You're welcome. Mike Milken.
Thank you.
That's what you want after Martin threw 21 pitches already in the 3rd inning. Now a 61. Get him back out on that pitching rubber.
Pinto, takes a strike leading off the Twins 4th. It'll be the bottom 3rd of the Twins lineup. Pinto, Escobar, and Santana. This is the 4th game of this series, and things can change yet here this afternoon. But when's the last time the Twins and the Rangers played a series where the bunt was so much more important than the home run ball? The Rangers haven't hit a home run yet. They won the game yesterday because of a bunt single. And the Twins got a sacrifice bunt but couldn't take advantage of it. And the Twins' 2-run 3rd inning here today was started with a bunt single by Santana. Down and away, 1-2. I mean, whatever happened to the good old days when one team would win 9-7, there'd be a couple of 3-run home runs on each side? Well, we're worried about stolen bases and bunt singles and catcher's times to second base.
More small ball.
1-2. Pinto hit a little number in front of the plate. The most meaningful at bat in this series so far for the Twins was a swinging bunt off the bat of Santana here that ended up winning the ball game 2 nights ago. 2-2 to the Twins catcher. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, 1 down.
And Martinez picks up his 2nd strikeout. Struck out Kubel to end the 3rd inning.
Twins season ticket holders enjoy 10% off concessions and merchandise at Target Field all season long. Season tickets remain available for what we are planning to be a fun summer here at Target Field. 833-TWINS or twinsbaseball.com. Escobar takes outside, ball 1. It seemed like we should be in the 6th or 7th inning. We're just in the bottom of the 4th.
Kind of like that 1-0 ball game last night that lasted over 3 hours. A 1-0 game.
Diaz catches the pop-up off the bat of Escobar. 2 down. We'll bring up Santana. Join the Minnesota Lynx and the Fox Sports North girls for the dads and daughters ticket offer tomorrow when the San Antonio Silver Stars are in town. For just $33, fans get 2 tickets to the game and a drawstring backpack. And for details, visit foxsportsnorth.com. Click on the More tab. Here's Danny Santana. Beautiful drag bunt toward Moreland at first base. 1-0.
Yeah, you do that. What do? You bring in that first baseman and the third baseman, so it kind of cuts down their range. Go foul.
It's foul and back in the seats. Santana nearly prolonged the game last night. He had a smash that Beltre reached to his left. A lot to work with Danny Santana as his skills are refined.
Promising rookie right here. A switch hitter, speed. Of course, normally a shortstop, infielder, having to play center field here, which he did a little bit in the minor leagues with Hicks with that bad back.
We don't know when Aaron Hicks will rejoin the lineup. Felt better today. But, you know, the Twins just a couple weeks ago went through this back business with Joe Mauer, and the Twins ended up playing shorthanded for most of the series in Cleveland. I know Ron Gardenhire doesn't want to go through that again with the trip to Yankee Stadium coming up and a couple of games in Milwaukee before the team comes home. By the way, the word on Hicks was he injured the back because of his conversion to a right-handed batter only. We'll talk more about that here in a second. That ball line foul. They say that Hicks, since he had his meeting a couple weeks ago with the manager and was told pretty much, hey, let's improve your work habits, he's been coming to work fully an hour earlier preparing for games, and now as a right-handed batter he basically overswung from the right side. And so the ball punched into right field. Santana with a good at bat. And now he's at first in a base stealing situation, and Dozier at the plate.
Boy, that's what you like to see right there from Santana. The ball down and in, and put a nice swing on this for his second hit. About knee high inside part of the plate, driving that ball and pulling it into right field.
See how aggressive the Twins are now, just down a run. Santana at first, Dozier at the plate. Santana, after his bunt single in the third inning, was checked 4 or 5 times by Martinez.
Yeah, he has not attempted a stolen base yet here at the major league level, but in the minor leagues, 117 stolen bases. That in 7 minor league seasons.
Dozier takes ball 1. Just to wrap up the thought on Hicks, what they're going to have Aaron Hicks do until his body adjusts to the notion of just swinging from one side is to go ahead and take some swings from the left side just to kind of balance out, his core area and slowly regress from swinging left-handed. He won't hit left-handed in a game.
Well, they'll put him in the whirlpool, do all those stretching exercises. Perry Castellano will get him to where he's able to get out there again. Perry does a great job of getting guys ready.
1-0 to Dozier.
Perry Castellano, the physical fitness trainer.
And a foul. No, that's a fair ball, and Dozier's out. Ball buried right in front of home plate and just rolled toward the grass. And Chirinos alertly picked it up and put on the tag. See fans of the game sitting in the shade on a beautiful sunny afternoon, hoping the Twins can come back from an early 3-0 deficit.
People here, I'm sure, Dick, and the sun is nice, but with the skin cancer, and I have to worry about that, about sitting out for a long period of time. And we just had a session on the prostate cancer, Michael Milken and Jim Polad, but that's also, you have to be careful sitting out in the sun.
Temptation if you spend the winters here like I do. Here's Mauer backhanding one to Dune under the bag. Moreland retired, one away. You've been cooped up inside. It's been cloudy and cold and snowy and miserable, and the sun feels so good on your skin, but yet you need to be careful.
Yep.
One down in the fifth, Adrian Beltre.
I go twice a year to the dermatologist. I know Dr. Crutchfield takes care of the players, and I believe you went to him. But
took care of something for me just the other day.
Yeah, twice a year because I get skin cancer on my body.
One down, Adrian Beltre, the batter. Deduno gave up the 3-run double, but he's given up just 3 singles since.
Well, he's done what he needs to do. You have a bad inning, you go out and put some zeros on the board, and hopefully your offense can pick you up.
Pop up behind first. This is going to be a tough play. Dozier tracks it, makes the catch. Might have been the only Twin to have had a play on it. 2 down. Twins head to New York after the game today. Tune in tomorrow night for an up-close look at Twins second baseman Brian Dozier and how much he was influenced by Derek Jeter. Tomorrow night on our Twins Live pregame show at 5:30 Fox Sports North.
That's a nice play right there by Dozier, because as you see where he's standing, the shadows, he has to run and look directly into the sun while he's trying to concentrate on catching that ball. There's the shadow right there, and that's where the ball was to his left. So he had to run down that right field line and stay with it, and he did.
Breaking ball in the dirt to Rios. I've been thinking a lot about Dozier lately, and we've drawn comparisons to Dustin Pedroia, but the more I've watched Dozier and I see the extra base power, sometimes it reminds me a little bit more of former Texas second baseman Ian Kinsler.
Yep.
Ability to drive the ball.
Well, I know he's getting a lot of all-star votes, and I hope he continues to get a lot more.
You know, Twins have been hanging around the 500 mark, and fans are understandably concerned about wins and losses after the last 3 years. That, you know, fans need to see more Twins wins than they've seen recently. Up and in.
I think the biggest thing, and I know where you're going with that, is progression from certain players.
Exactly.
You want to see them get better, and Dozier has been able to do that.
2-2 to Rios with 2 gone. Foul. You know, you want to be able to look at a player and imagine whether he can play that position on a championship ball club. That's what this rebuilding effort is all about. It's not to get to 500. It's to shoot past it, get in the playoffs, and, you know, 6 out of 9 years like the Twins did in the last decade. So can you imagine that with Dozier? Well, I think convincingly, yes. You can imagine Dozier being a second baseman on a championship team. Line to center, and Santana's there. And Deduno has a 1-2-3 fifth inning.
Brings you this one. Circle Me Burt time, guys. 100 scratch-off tickets, compliments of the Minnesota State Lottery. We got a family reunited. Indiana, California, New York. They're all coming together for Kristen's birthday. She's the lovely lady here. But Eric, you're out in New York. You're from Minnesota. You got to tell us right now, Yankees or Twins?
Oh, Twins for sure.
Well, that's good because these guys.
That's if I have no choice.
Screw the Mets. We're all about the Twins here. And obviously, Bert, you can erase it if he says anything about the Mets or Yankees positive. We're all about the Minnesota Twins here with the Minnesota State Lottery. Thanks, guys, and happy birthday, Kristen.
Happy birthday to you, and love California math. And you were here by Circle. So many signs I've seen out here, and you can't get them all. But Kevin, nice find right there.
Joe Mauer taking strike one, leading off the 5th inning. Twins fell behind early, 3-0. They got a couple of runs in the 3rd. Mauer fouls it back. Mauer singled and scored in the 3rd inning. You know, when things are going well for this team, and I think you need to step back from time to time and take a look at the perspective of things. This has been a bad week for the Twins, to be sure. Losing all 3 in San Francisco and 2 of the first 3 here. But the Twins, when things were going well, when they won 4 series in a row, down and in a ball, 1-2, they'd get to this juncture of the game fully confident they were going to win the game. They didn't win game 7-2, 8-1. They won 1-run and 2-run ball games by getting some big hits late. They're in the same part of the game right now, bottom of the 5th, in a 1-run game. Flip foul.
Well, they've had 3 walk-off wins here, and believe me, when you have that, like they did here the other night, even though it was this little squibbler that that Soria had a tough time picking up, that generates that positive feeling in the clubhouse, and it all starts from the camaraderie that the guys have of giving each other high five and knowing that you come to the ballpark not just to come, but to how are we going to win today.
Fly ball to left. 1 down.
It's a special feeling because I have been on both sides where Cleveland, you come to the ballpark and you want to win, but it isn't there. It just didn't happen. And then, of course, the 87 World Series, 79 World Series, you walk into that clubhouse and you just know you're going to win that ball game somehow.
Has nothing to do with professionalism or determination or going about your work and doing your job. It's just a vibe you get around a winning team, whether it's for a full season or a couple of weeks. You just sense that good things are going to happen to you. Kloof to the gap in left center field. That's a good thing. One hops the wall. He's got an extra base hit, and the tying runs at second.
That's about time he hit a double. My goodness, it's been a while.
2 hits for Kloof.
19 doubles now for Trevor Kloof. He came in leading the American League, or tied leading with 18 doubles. And he got a pitch out over the plate, hammered it into the corner. First double for Kloof since he hit one back on May 20th in San Diego. His second hit of the ball game.
Kloof with 19 doubles, on a pace for somewhere around 60. Pitch tracks presented by Dodge. RC at the plate. He takes low, ball 1. Rangers trying to figure out where to pitch this guy. He absolutely crushed a double high off the fence in right center in the 2nd. Then in the 3rd inning, he just missed hitting one into the upper deck. He hit it about a mile high and half a mile out to right center.
Well, Tom Bernansky earlier said what they're doing with RC is start them off slow and then try to work that pitch in, and that ball gets away and gets Kloof over to 3rd. So a wild pitch by Martinez moves Kloof 90 feet closer from tying the game. This ball didn't even land a foot in front of home plate, if not 2 feet.
Now we'll see if Arcia can get the run in, and he may have to, if he gets to 2 strikes, tone his swing down just a little bit to do that.
Second wild pitch of the year for Martinez.
You don't get the sense that it's in Arcia's nature to tone down his swing, but it wouldn't take much here to get the game tied.
I don't think Bruno wants him to tone down his swing. Just put that level swing on it like that.
To short center. Martin coming in. He's going to make the catch. Kloof is going to bluff home, and Martin showed off that strong arm before. 2 away.
Just not deep enough. Remember with Arcia up last inning, he hit a deep fly ball to right field, and Martin got behind that ball and one-hopped Beltre at 3rd base. So outfielders get graded, and Martin, one of those outfielders that gets an A for strength as far as his arm and accuracy.
In the third inning, Willingham delivered a big 2-out hit, drove in a run with a single, and now the Twins need him to do at least the same thing here in the fifth to get the game tied. A high blast to left center field. Back and gone into the second deck. Wow.
I can honestly say I have not seen a home run hit over the bullpen area into that area right there.
Martin took a couple of steps toward the bullpen and stopped in his tracks.
That was a rocket. A big 2-run home run by Josh Willingham. His first home run of the year. That had to feel good.
Kubel fouls it to the screen, and the Twins have successfully come back from 3-0 to lead 4-3. And they did it with extra base pop from the middle of their lineup. Kubel lifts it to center, right at Martin. And that'll take care of the inning. Plouffe doubles, Willingham homers, and the Twins take their first lead of the day.
A 436 ball.
Willingham and Arcia in the lineup together, and we are reminded in this series how much the Twins missed them.
How about the power? Look at the hit speed, over 100 miles an hour. 436 feet away.
And now Deduno, who's done a nice job putting zeros up since the 3-run second, has a 1-run lead, 1-0 to Michael Choice, who has a pair of singles against him this afternoon. Inside 2-0. And Deduno wants a different baseball. So big inning for Deduno. Now he's got a lead. And all he needs to do is simply pitch the way he did through innings 3, 4, and 5. Scatter a few hits, put another 0 up. And a strike. Approaching 90 pitches on the day. Twins would like to get one more good inning out of it. Foul back 2-2.
Yeah, I think that's her goal. Deduno, started in the bullpen, made his first start in Cleveland, and progressively building that arm strength up. Again, in all 4 previous starts, he's not given up more than 3 runs.
Back to the mound. Deduno has plenty of time. One down. Willingham hitting his first home run of the year. He hit one on a rehab assignment. You get to see the power in this swing. And the backspin.
That's where Josh showed me the other day on the bench a couple days ago when he just got underneath a couple of them. I said, boy, you just missed those. He goes, yeah, and he showed it on the bat. I hit it here rather than there. And like, that's exactly where he hit it.
And he's talking about like one grain on the barrel of the bat, right? Yep. Just up a little bit. Martin bunts it foul, 1 strike. You know, anybody who's tried to hit can understand that they are confronted with how difficult it is to hit a baseball coming 60 miles per hour, much less 192 or whatever. And then we slow it down with that phantom cam and how slow the ball comes in and how perfect things have to be for you to hit the ball as hard as Willingham and Arcia have here. It's amazing.
Well, it takes a lot of practice, and they've been doing it since they were, little leaguers.
2 strikes.
And you perfect it to where you could do it on the main stage, and that's in the major leagues. It's even throwing a baseball to be able to hit the 4 corners of the plate and do it consistently. Takes a lot of practice, a lot of concentration. Duno now has retired 5 straight Rangers.
Tampa foul. And so then you turn it around and you imagine a hitter who's just missing like Willingham was, and you're frustrated because you're so close to having a good at bat, a big payoff with an extra base hit or an RBI single. And you work on things and you tinker with your hitting mechanics, but you dare not tinker too much because you are that close.
And he finally squared one up.
Yep. 1-2. This one hit to the right field corner. High off the wall, and Arcia fires to second. Strong throw, safe at second base. And Escobar motions to the dugout. Now the Twins have not had much luck lately on challenges. Arcia's got a great arm, and he played the carom beautifully. We'll see how they play this.
And I think Escobar, as Gardy's going to walk out and take a little extra time right here to see if he is told to maybe to review it.
Paul Molitor on the phone with Sean Harlan, the video guy for the Twins. Looks like he was safe.
Yeah. Now see, if he had stayed with the runner right here, and that's Martin, and you follow it, keep the glove on the runner, he's off.
Yep.
He's out.
So the Twins.
And I think he's safe right there, but see how he goes by the bag and
plenty of time to put on the tag.
Just keep it on the runner.
So the Twins won't challenge it. Sean Harlan relaying to Molitor, who relayed it to Gardenhire. Nope, nothing there worth challenging. A 1-out double by Martin, who nearly tied the game up with a home run. Here's Chirinos.
Chirinos with a pop-up and a fly-out.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Duno's been at this long enough to know that this is it for him. This is his last inning.
Empty the tank.
Yep. Brian Dunsing warming up in the bullpen. Strike 2. Getting the chance to complete the 6th inning, perhaps because of where the Rangers are in the batting order. He's got the number 8 batter, then the number 9 batter. Might be a different story if it were Beltre and Rios due up in the next 2 spots. There's the inside move. Hits are even. Twins with a 1-run lead, but the tying run at second and 1 out. Breaking ball, but he got a piece.
Taduno with 2 strikeouts. His last strikeout coming in the 2nd inning. He could use a strikeout here.
Strikeouts almost always come on the breaking ball. The fastball, as much as it might jump and move, is not really a strikeout pitch for him.
Yeah, the reason for 100 mainly because of the 2nd inning. You see where he's needed 31 pitches in that 2nd inning. And that's the inning that the Rangers put 3 on the board.
2 strikes. Nice block by Pinto, 1-2. You have to not only block the pitch, but especially with a runner at second, you've got to control the block, because if it goes side to side at all, the runner at second can pick up on that and scamper to third.
Especially who that is, and that's Martin. Has outstanding speed. Those are trying to keep him close to second.
Punch to left, might tie the game. Down third, Martin comes in, and the throw through to the plate, and that allows Chirinos to go to second. Kubel's throw over Plouffe, and a mistake there, allowing the go-ahead run to move into scoring position.
Well, he went back to that curveball again and left it up. And Kubel came in and it looked like a good throw. May have had an opportunity to get Martin out at home, but right off the end of the bat. And hit softly in the left field. And here comes Gardy to take the Duno out of the ball game.
And so Duno can't protect a 1-run lead. We're tied. He sprints off the mound, and Dunsing will come in the 6th. Plate as of late, understandably frustrated, but now on FoxSportsNorth.com, Tyler Mason says Ron Gardner has faith in Mauer and says he's hitting the ball hard, just right at people. And Brian Dunsing comes out of the Twins bullpen to pitch to Rougned Odor.
Yeah, Dunsing pitched here on Monday, 1 shutout inning, even though the Twins lost 7-2, making his 20th relief appearance. And for Taduno, that's the first time he's given up 4 runs. The responsibility of the runner at second still his, but in the first now 5 starts, that's the most runs he's allowed is 4. See if Dunsing can get him out of this inning and keep it tied.
Odor a strikeout and a comebacker to the mound so far. Another left-handed batter, Shin-Soo Choo, on deck. Inside with a fastball, ball 1.
Lefty's hitting just 222 off of Brian Dunsing. Right-handers 262.
Two and 0.
Dunsing's walked only 7 in 19 1/3 innings. 8 strikeouts.
Two and 0 to the number 9 batter. Fouled into the seats. More hitless against left-handers. And now a 2-1 count. Tampa right side, Dozier. From Mauer, 2 down, and the runner goes to third. That'll bring up Chu.
Well, Chu got the big hit in the 3-run second inning with that 3-run double and added a single in the 4th.
All the years Chu was in Cleveland, he and Dunsing matched up quite a bit. 27 at bats, 8 hits, including 4 for the last 5 for Chu. 4 hits in his last 5 at bats against Dunsing.
So he's due to make it out here.
Fastball on the outside corner.
I think what makes Chu such a good hitter, he's got power, he's going to hit home runs, but he drives the ball the other way too. He uses the whole field.
That has to be one of the reasons he's so good against left-handed pitchers. Mentioned last night, I believe, he's got a better average this year against lefties than righties. And he's hit by a pitch. Also leading the league in that department. And it will be Sardinas with runners now at first and third.
Looked like Dunsing wanted to come inside, came back inside too far. 8th time that Chu has been plumped.
Sardinas 1 for 3. Hasn't faced Dunsing before.
Sardinas, a switch hitter, now hitting as a right-handed hitter. In his rookie season, 4 hits in 12 at-bats from the right side of the plate. And DeDuno can only watch.
Bouncer to short. Escobar fires across. Dunsing gets the final 2 outs of the 6th, but the Rangers do tie it up. Your nearest Toyota dealer and check out our current offers. Visit ViaToyota.com. By Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. And by McDonald's, where right now you can score a delicious, creamy McCafe iced coffee starting at just $1.59. 4 apiece, bottom of the 6th. Twins trying to get a split of this 4-game series late last night. Felix Hernandez, awesome going into the 9th inning. Couldn't quite get the complete game. Josh Donaldson, a 3-run home run off of Joe Nathan, a walk-off home run.
Yeah, then Homer Bailey pitching a good ball game.
Pinto takes a strike. He'll lead off the bottom of the 6th against Nick Martinez. Up and away, 1-1. Pinto 0 for 2. Number in front of the plate, reaching a fielder's choice, and then struck out to start 4. Down and away, 2-1. Pinto, Escobar, and Santana. Off the end of the bat to center. And Martin makes the catch. Still drove it a fair distance for the first out. Bring up Escobar. Set your compass due north Thursday nights on Fox Sports North. Join host Bill Shirk and Laura Schara as they take a look at the stories and adventures of outdoor enthusiasts in the upper Midwest. Due North Outdoors tonight at 6, only on Fox Sports North. We're about ready to touch down in New York by the time that show hits the air. Alexi Ogando warming up in the Texas bullpen. Strike on the outside corner.
A lot of fly ball outs for the Twins against Martinez. 12 fly ball outs, only 2 ground ball outs to go with his 2 strikeouts. And half of those to Martin out in center.
Escobar's hit the ball in the air twice, a pop up to short, and then in the 2nd inning, bases loaded, 1 out, and he hit a line drive to Moreland to turn it into a double play. That's to left field. And Choice comes in to make the catch, 2 down. We'll bring up Santana.
Another fly ball out.
Santana with a bunt single, and then he had a really good at bat in the 4th inning, and the payoff was a base hit to right field. And he hit a pitch that he's had problems with up here, that breaking ball down and in. And Tom Bernansky talking of Santana the other day. You see Swarzak warming up. Said that's one of the things they need to refine with Santana. He's a natural right-handed hitter. He's learning how to switch hit up here. And he needs to tighten his strike zone up a little bit. Be a little more selective from the left side of the plate. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Off-speed pitch right there by Martinez.
Tom did say that it's his opinion that while Santana right now might be better from the right side, once he tightens things up from the other side, he's going to be a better left-handed hitter than a right-handed hitter. And part of that, of course, is because he'll see more right-handed pitching than he will left-handed pitching, and he'll get more work from this side of the plate. 2-1. 2-2. That in its own way relates to the Hicks situation there, and waiting for a comfort level from the left side of the plate, and finally throwing in the towel from that side of the plate.
Saw the pitches on Martinez, doing a better job of throwing strikes the last couple 2-3 innings.
101 pitches, 61 strikes, 2-2 to Santana.
After the 2nd inning, he had thrown 40 pitches, 20 is 20-20.
Foul.
Martinez again just making his 5th career start, his 10th appearance. Again, a young man that didn't even go to spring training with the Rangers, but because of injuries, he was put into that rotation. Made his first start on April 5th.
Just foul. Might have cracked his bat.
Go get Arcia's bat.
Good luck. First at bat, he bunted on the first pitch.
Yep. And that's what's important right there. See some pitches. The more pitches, the better you feel comfortable at the plate. The pitcher's going to make a mistake if you have to throw that many pitches to a hitter.
Out of the left field corner, twisting foul. In the dirt, 3-2.
That's a good take right there. Santana, again, only 23 years old, from the Dominican Republic. He signed with the Twins when he was 17 back in 2008. This is his 7th year of professional baseball. And his first look at the major leagues.
And another foul. In the last 2 at-bats, he's really battled Martinez.
Yeah, 6 pitches in his last at-bat when he got the base hit. 10 pitches so far in this at-bat.
That means 5 2-strike fouls. Working the count full.
That Minnesota man.
Might have swung
How many
the
is
ball
that
more.
then?
That'd be 6.
Oh.
If you'd like.
We're getting up there.
If you'd like, I'll keep a running tab for you. 3-2 to Santana. Get aboard with 2 gone in the 6th. To right field, that'll work. What a great at bat for Danny Santana. Man alive.
His 3rd hit of the ball game. He fought off what looked like a fastball middle in and just hit it softly into right field. An 11 pitch at bat, I believe, right?
Yep. 12.
12 pitch. Oh, yeah, that's right.
There were
12.
6 2-strike fouls, and then he put it in play.
That ball middle in. Santana chases Martinez here as Ron Washington comes out and makes a pitching change.
Santana wears out and down Martinez. A pitching change with Santana at first and 2 away. Dozier will have a chance against Alexio Obando to deliver a big hit here in the bottom of the 6th with Santana's speed at first.
Well, Gondo, a hard throwing right-hander. Making his 26th relief appearance, 13 walks, 1 intentional in 24 innings pitched with 20 strikeouts. Ogando worked here a couple nights ago with an inning and 2/3, allowed 1 hit with a walk and a couple strikeouts.
Dozier hitless, a couple of outfield flies, and just a little nubber in front of the plate. And Chirinos tagged him out. Never got out of the home plate dirt area. Off the plate, ball 1.
Ogando walked Dozier here on Tuesday night. Ogando in his 5th season with the Rangers, 30-year-old from the Dominican Republic.
Santana belly flop back to first. 3 hits for Santana. And he's done a nice job setting Dozier up. It's a leadoff bunt single in the 3rd, a 2-out single in the 4th, and now a 2-out single here in the 6th. And nearly thrown down the right field line.
Oh, I thought that was going into the corner. Moreland did a great job, leaped as high as he could to bring that down.
Fun to see Santana pop up and sprint on that throw into the corner. It's a heck of a play by Moreland.
Thank goodness for that longer glove, that first baseman's glove.
2-0 to Dozier. Dangerous pitch for Ogando. Dozier took it for a strike.
Ogando's allowed only 1 home run. We mentioned it the other night. Ogando, you know, when he first came up as a reliever, then the Rangers put him in that starting rotation for a couple years, kind of in and out, now strictly out of the bullpen.
See if Santana goes here. Nope. Pitch foul back, 2-2.
Robert going through signs, relaying them over to Santana, and Scotty Alger is there to help out the base runner.
Two and 2 to Dozier. Tapper to third. Bad place to hit it. Foul ball. Beltre trying to get both feet in bounds.
Keep your feet in. It's where the ball is. And I'd say many years ago that Cesar Tovar was at first base, and he had a tough time picking up the signs from Vern Morgan. I think was the first base coach, kind of help him read signs. Frank Corsetti, I think, was the third base coach. You see that ball fouling. So they had it to where if the steal was on, Vern would say to Tovar, he'd say, Tovar. And then he didn't go.
Santana goes. It's ball 3, and Santana is safe at second.
His first major league stolen base for Danny Santana. So to finish my story, another sign was given. He was supposed to run. He comes back, and Vern Morgan says, Tovar, like to take off. He didn't run. See that throw right there? And Santana, congratulations on his first stolen base. So Pepe said to him, he says, Vern, he says, you can call me Cesar. You don't have to call me Tovar. But that's what you're supposed to say, Tovar, run. Anyway, Santana's stolen base kind of ruined my story right there.
No, it just disrupted it.
Yes.
Didn't ruin it.
Let's see if Dozier can continue the
Rangers got
story. Get a base hit.
Rangers got their winning run last night after a stolen base and a 2-out hit. Dozier fouls it back.
Good swing right there by Bryant.
It was a scoreless duel last night until the 7th inning.
When you're standing out on that mound and that hitter fouls it straight back, you don't want to throw that same pitch again.
Three and 2 to Dozier. Under the chin. He'll take a walk and set up Mauer with first and second and 2 away. In last night's game, Martin had stolen second, and Sardinas, a number 9 batter, just laid one out into short left field to drive in the only run of the game. But the stolen base after the bunt single, a key part of the winning rally. We'll see if the stolen base by Santana can contribute to the Twins retaking the lead.
Now here on Tuesday night, Orlando ended up striking out Joe Mauer on a called third strike to end the 8th inning. So Joe has a little payback for him right here.
Speed on the bases. Dozier's at first. Santana's at second. Mauer takes down and away. Ball 1.
And again, the outfield really shading Joe over toward that left field line. Choice very close to the line.
Yeah, he's in the left field corner. On the outside corner, 1-1.
And a hard thrower like Orlando, they're going to try to go hard in. If they're going to come in, I'm sure they're going to try to come in off the plate. They want Joe to hit that ball the other way. It's a matter of Joe can get and square it up solidly or get underneath it and hit a fly ball.
Busted his bat. A roller to the right side. Odor picks up and fires. The Twins leave 2 aboard in the 6th, on to the 7th in a tie game.
Yeah, in the 2nd inning, it was Chu with a 3-run double. Gave the Rangers an early 3-0 lead, but the Twins came back in the 3rd inning to score a couple runs. RBI single by Trevor Plouffe, RBI single by Josh Willingham, and then Willingham. Right there's the RBI single. And let's go back to Willingham again. A big home run, 436-foot, 2-run home run, gave the Twins a lead. But the Rangers came back and tied it in the top of the 6th.
Mitch Moreland will lead off the 7th against Brian Dunson.
Game belongs to the bullpen. Both starters struggled, I'd have to say, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
A lot of pitches thrown to Duno, 102 in 5 1/3 innings. Martinez, 108 in 5 2/3 innings.
Breaking ball left up and into Moreland. He's 1 for 3 today. A single against Duno. On the outside corner, 1-1. 3, 4, and 5 batters for Ron Washington. Moreland, Beltre, and Rios. Lefty and 2 righties.
Might be the only batter that Dunsing faces right here.
Up high, 2-1.
Swarzak up for the second time. Getting loose.
There's the inside corner. Orioles taking the first 4 pitches, 2-2. Fouled to the screen.
Marlin, 28 years old, in his 5th season with the Rangers. Signed with the Rangers back in 2007 out of Mississippi State University. Facing Dunsing out of the University of Nebraska.
Breaking ball popped up near the Ranger dugout. And the corner of the dugout into the seats.
Throw that back on the field. That has a good mark on it.
Little divot taken out of one of the side panels.
To make that baby move. Good sinker. Not that I ever got a ball back on.
No.
But when you do, you should know what to do with it.
3-2.
Missed with a breaking ball. Moreland didn't hit for high average last year, 232, but he did hit 23 home runs.
Pop up in the air, and this back and out of play. Moreland having a battle with Dunsing to start the 7th inning. Fourth 2-strike foul.
How many pitches would that be in this at bat then?
I'll leave it to you to figure that out. Your California high school math.
So I'm saying this will be the 9th pitch in this at bat.
Well, there have already been.
Been 9. Well, there you go. There's my California math.
This then would be number 10.
Very good. I knew that. And it's a good one.
Pinto hangs on to the foul tip. 1 away.
Dunsing picking up a strikeout, and here comes Ron Gardenhire. So Anthony Swarzak warming up. Looked like he took something off this breaking ball, and Moreland swung through it. So good job by Brian Dunsing coming in relief of Samuel Doduno.
Give up a hit Chu. But got 3 outs, and now he'll hand it over to Anthony Swarzak. follow every Twins game with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. Get live look-ins, instant replay, scores, stats, audio, the free MLB.tv game of the day, and more. Download at the App Store or visit TwinsBaseball.com today.
Anthony Swarzak coming in relief, making his 18th relief appearance. Last time he worked was in San Francisco on Sunday, where he worked 2 1/3 innings of shutout baseball. Twins lost that ball game 8-1.
His pitch misses, down and away, ball 1. Beltre's not gotten a ball out of the infield yet. Good numbers against Swarzak. 2-0. Twins used Jared Burton and Matt Guerrero last night. Swarzak getting the call here in the 7th inning with the possibility that Casey Fiend would be used in the 8th, Perkins the 9th. That's kind of the formula the Twins have used in all these 1- and 2-run wins. Up the middle, and a base hit for Beltre with 1 out in the inning.
Well, he fell behind, and then you have to come in with a hittable pitch, and Beltre, who has almost 2,500 hits in his career, didn't miss it. Hit it sharply up the middle. Seen a lot of balls hit right back up the middle here by the Rangers today. Off at Duno, and right there a high fastball, and Beltre hitting it right back up the middle.
Well, and then throw in Chu's opposite field double, and Sardina's opposite field base hit last night that drove in the only run. Here's Rios, fouled back. Well, it's as we were saying before, Rangers have some younger, inexperienced guys in there, but still some great examples with guys like Beltre who aren't afraid to hit the ball to the opposite field. Chu.
You need the veterans too to lead the youngsters into hopefully a winning season for the Rangers.
Now, what did you say yesterday about Rios and how many ground ball double plays he's hit into already?
I believe he's hit into 13, and that's the most in the American League.
He's hit into 13, and that's the most in the American League.
He's had another good series. Had a great series in Detroit.
Punch to right, and Arcia running towards the line. Still running. That's a foul ball. The ball got pushed toward the foul line and across it. And a close call on a hit to the opposite field.
As you mentioned, I think yesterday or the day before, there's not a lot of room between the foul line and the stands. So Arcia working on his sliding a little bit.
Rios has been Texas's hottest hitter. Swarzak's ahead of him 1-2. Oh, just off the out. No, there is strike 3. Jerry Lane bellered something, but he didn't really come up with the right hand. Great pitch by Swarzak for out number 2.
Yeah, I heard it all the way up here. A pitcher's pitch, fastball down and away. They're right on the black. Swarzak picks up a big strikeout.
2 down, a runner at first, and Michael Choice the batter. Down the middle, a strike.
Choice a couple hits, 2 singles in his first 2 at bats. Last time against Duno, hit a little dribbler back to him.
One and one.
Swarzak, 28 years old, in his 5th season with the Twins. Last year led all of baseball as far as innings out of the bullpen by a reliever. 96 innings. His workload not as heavy so far this year. So I think the starters are going a little deeper.
Tapper to third. Roof to second. That ends it. Nice job by Swarzak. The Twins bullpen getting some big outs here in a tie game. fan photo of the game. Tweet your photo to #NorthFanPhoto for a chance to be shown in the broadcast.
What is it
Brought
today?
to you by AT&T. A dog and a Twins jersey and a Twins cap. And we thank Kelly for that.
Yeah, thank you, Kelly.
And the Twins hoping to...
That's not Phil Roof, is it? Roof.
Trevor Plouffe, Oswaldo Arcia, and Josh Willingham to hit here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Fox Tracks presented by Carrier. Plouffe with hits his last 2 times up. RBI single in the 4th, a 1-out double, and a run scored in the 5th. Strike 1. Off the plate, 1-1. And he gave up a 2-out single and, or actually he walked. First man he faced, Dozier.
Argondo, 30 years old. He originally signed with the Oakland A's as an outfielder, then converted into a pitcher.
Blue fouls it back, 1-2.
Rangers chose him in the minor league free agent Rule 5 draft back in 2005. Made the All-Star team for the Rangers back in 2011. $28,170 here this afternoon.
Swing and a miss. Mid-90s fastball and a strikeout starts the 7th inning. I'll bring up Arcia.
Blue striking out for the first time. Good fastball that kind of rode in on him. The catcher wanting it away, but just overpowered Trevor Plouffe there.
The Rangers will put a shift on for Arcia in the infield. Not much they can do about him in the outfield. Double again today, high off the scoreboard in right center. A deep towering fly ball and then a routine fly ball. And he lifts it foul the other way. Arcia sent on a rehab assignment because of a bad wrist. Word coming today, Chris Herman, who was sent down to accommodate Arcia's arrival, taken out of the Rochester game today with a bad wrist. Further cripples the Twins' center field depth in the organization. Herman was going to go down to AAA and play some in center field to give the Twins an option out there.
He was swinging the bat well down there too. He was swinging it before he got up, but he's a guy that has to go down and play every day. It's a wrist injuries this year for the Twins, and for the Rangers it's a neck injury.
Yeah. 1-1 to Arcia. Speed pitch tickles the outside corner, 1-2.
Argondo, he's so valuable for that bullpen. They tried starting him, but you know what? I mean, he's a guy that can bounce back quickly. Not afraid to, throw him back-to-back days or, go 2 or 3 innings and then give him a rest and run him back out there again.
Very high, 2-2.
The Rangers were looking for starters out of spring training. I'm sure they thought about him, but you take somebody out of the bullpen that's had success, and that's how Martinez, the starter today, got the opportunity to start for the Rangers from the minor leagues.
Hook to right. Rios will play it on a hop, and Arcia has a base hit. Second hit of the ball game. That'll bring Willingham to the plate.
That looked like a pretty good pitch right there, down in the strike zone, and Arcia kind of hooked this ball. That's a nice smooth swing right there. Picks up his second hit.
Willingham has walked. Hooked a single to left that drove in a run, and then hit a monstrous home run over the bullpen into the second level here at Target Field to give the Twins an albeit brief lead, but a lead nonetheless at 4-3.
Argondo's only allowed 1 home run.
moved up toward the seats. 1 strike.
Came right after Willingham with that high fastball.
Warming up for the 8th inning. Fouled back again, came right at him again with a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. 2 strikes to Willingham.
With a slider along with that good fastball, a split finger.
Fouled back.
Coming right at him, isn't he? 95-mile-an-hour fastball. No fooling around. Old country hardball. Couple 94s and a 95. There's that split finger, just missed low.
Willingham's home run, the 39th the Twins have hit. They've allowed 40. Look at this pitch. How do you not swing at this? You know you're not going to hit it, but
the bottom fell out of it.
It sure looked like a fastball.
Yep.
1-2 to Willingham. 2-2.
That's what amazes me about certain hitters that are great hitters. Rod Carew. I remember sitting and talking to him one time on the bench at the old Met. And he said out of certain pitchers' hands, the ball looked like a beach ball coming out of his hand. They could pick it up just like that. Can you imagine that? A 90-mile-an-hour fastball looks like a beach ball. There were a lot of hitters I faced probably felt the same way.
Two and two to Willingham.
I'm supposed to laugh at that.
Missing again. 3-2.
Now do you send Arcia here?
No. Did I wait long enough? Man, that pitch was split right at the knees.
Yeah, it's not where the catcher catches it. It's supposed to be as it crosses the plate.
Full count to Willingham. Oh, inside and not by much. And Willingham, I think, took a couple of very close pitches there to draw that walk. Arcia to second and Kubel to the plate.
And Mike Maddox right out there. He wants to talk to Argondo, and pretty close pitch. But it's a walk, second walk for Argondo in his relief appearance.
50 games into the season, not counting today, and there are only 2 teams in the American League that have hit fewer home runs than the Twins, and one of them is the Texas Rangers, and I find that astounding.
Yep.
The Royals only had 21 home runs this year.
Especially in Arlington, that channel that they have out to right center toward their bullpen.
Of the 39 home runs for the Twins, Kubel has just 1. He'd love to get an RBI single here to get the Twins back in front.
The Rangers have hit 34 home runs. Their opponents have hit 44, including Willingham's home run here. Time is called. Home run would be nice. Base hit would be just as nice.
Kubel has driven in 1 run in the month of May. On strike. And it's not for lack of playing time. He's been in the lineup on a regular basis. Check swing, a foul, 0-2. Very frustrating May for Jason. Two strikes with 2 runners aboard.
Jason needs a little doink. A little flair somewhere.
Strike him out. 2 down. Second time Kubel's gone down on strikes, and that'll bring up Pinto.
Rondo just rearing back. You wonder if Mike Maddox went out there because he got ahead of Willingham right after him, and then he started to fool around with him. And right there, just threw the fastball right by him. Maybe Maddox came out and said, "Quit fooling around out here. Let it go."
Pinto hitless in the game.
I only say that because when he walked Willingham on that 3-2 curveball, I mean, Maddox he booked out there.
Off the plate, ball 1. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that pitch was one outside. Strike 1. My bad.
He let that go. I believe that was 96 miles an hour. Maybe he got a little tongue lashing from his pitching coach.
Pinto asking for time. One and one. Trying to take advantage of Arcia's 1-out single and the follow-up walk. Jason Frazier warming up in the Texas bullpen. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Another 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Beyond the velocity, he's putting it in a pretty good spot, too.
Yes, he is. All 3 pitches, outer half of the plate. 2 of them, perfect fastballs, down and away.
Driven foul. Still 1 and 2. Twins have gotten some 2-out hits here today. Got 2 of them from Willingham to drive in 3 runs. Need one here from Pinto to retake the lead. One and 2 to Josmiel Pinto. Driven to right field. Rios retreating to the corner, and the wind pushing it. And he makes a fair ball catch. We head to the 8th, tied at 4.
With this update. This is getaway day for the Twins, who after today's game will head to New York to open a 3-game series with the Yankees. The final opportunity to watch Derek Jeter take on the Twins at Yankee Stadium. We'll get you started with Twins Live at 5:30. Hope you'll join us. Let's head back to a couple guys who are always in a New York state of mind. Dick and Bert.
Oh, wow. I'm insulted, but thank you.
I'm not.
Yeah, you like being in a New York state of mind? You're not even going there.
No, I'm not. I'm going to be taking some time off, and I'll see you back here back in middle of August.
But you'll be watching every inning of every game.
Excuse me, June. Maybe August. I don't know. You never know. But we'll try June.
Sanford Health injury report. Carl Crawford spraining an ankle, and that, at least for the time being, seems to give Don Mattingly an option of putting Matt Kemp back in the outfield.
Yeah, for some reason, Matt Kemp wasn't getting a lot of playing time. He should now with Crawford going on a DL. And the Dodgers playing very good baseball, but they're still trying to catch those Giants.
Well, Twins don't need to be convinced about how good the National League West is, at least the top teams out there. They were swept at home by the Dodgers, swept on the road by the Giants.
Casey Fiend coming in, third reliever used by Ron Gardenhire here this afternoon so far. Fiend worked here on Tuesday night, worked the 8th inning in the Twins' 4-3 win. Threw 9 pitches, 5 for strikes.
Up and away, ball 1.
And Plouffe way in, taking the bunt away from Martin.
1-0. Martin's bunt single in the 7th inning last night. There's a pitch outside 2-0. Martin then stole second after the bunt single. Venus chipped a little single into left field, and there you have it, a 1-0 Twins loss. 2-0 to Martin. Doubled high off the wall in right his last time up. 2-1.
All the numbers good for Casey Fiend. 21 innings pitched, only 12 hits allowed, 4 walks, 13 strikeouts.
3-1. Casey usually has an out or two recorded by now. The last meeting with the Rangers, you can see Chirinos on deck. Twins won't play the Rangers here anymore. They will play in Arlington at the end of June. 3-1 to Leonis Martin, leading off the 8th inning for Texas. 3-2. Martin, Chirinos, and Odor scheduled to hit here in the 8th. Foul back. Fiend left to pitch up. Almost without exception over the last 2 homestands, these games here at Target Field have been decided with one key at bat late in the game, win or lose, and there have been more wins than losses, but it's been one at bat in the last couple innings, it seems, and the Twins are hoping to have that big at bat here this afternoon. Martin having a long at bat here with Fiend. Deep to right center, very deep to right center. Off the wall. It'll be a double for Martin. A great at bat. He'll hold up with a leadoff 2-bagger.
Well, that little cutter right there just stayed out over the plate, and Martin with his 2nd straight double came into the ball game with only 2 doubles on the year. That ball stayed up about letter high, and Martin hit it high off that wall.
Casey usually throws that cutter down around the knees. That was up around the belt, and it got belted. Chirinos with an RBI single his last time up. Might be asked to bunt here.
If Chirinos has a sacrifice, he has 2 of them on the year. And he's scoring around early.
Ball 1. One and 0. Dead beautifully, and Pinto fires to first. A sacrifice sending Martin to third.
Well, good bunt right there by Chirinos. Does his job. His 3rd sacrifice of the year.
Fien and Jerry Lane have been involved in a couple of discussions here in the last 90 seconds.
Got the bat out there and deadened the ball. Then moved Martin to third.
Always have to watch out for the squeeze play here. Ron Washington, as we've seen in this series a number of times, likes to play small ball. He's got the number 9 batter at the plate, Odor, who's 0 for 3, a strikeout, a comebacker to the mound, and a 4-hopper to Dozier. Twins bring the infield in. Scalded, foul, 1 strike. Cracked his bat.
Painted like a strikeout here. 13 strikeouts in 21 and a third innings.
Go online and email in 100 words or less to ilovetctwinsbaseball.com. Have your kids tell us why they love Twins mascot TC for a chance to take part in a special event at Target Field here June 8th. 1 strike to Odor. 1-1. Odor trying to lift one into the outfield. 1-2.
Odor listed about 5'10", and then he gets down in that little squat position, so that strike zone kind of shrinks a little bit. Fien can pick up that strikeout.
1-2. 2-2. Odor doesn't strike out much. We told you about that back in the 2nd inning, but DeDuno got him, and then Chu came up with the 3-run double. A strikeout in the 2nd inning, just his 6th.
51 at bats now.
Two and 2. Full count. He has yet to walk in the big leagues. Fien normally pretty good about avoiding walks. Want to get this guy. He's the number 9 hitter for a reason. Three and 2. Deep fly to center, should be deep enough. Now the wind pushing it in, and Santana's throw coming to the plate, not in time. It was Santana who made the catch in front of Arcia, and his throw a little bit offline. I was surprised Arcia didn't make the catch and the throw.
Actually, the way that ball kept drifting back, I think Santana's the best one to get this ball. The high fastball. Odor. You see Santana come hard charging in. He wants to get behind that ball, and then kind of took a little extra step to throw that ball and is off line. And Martin, with his speed, gives the Rangers a 5-4 lead.
Base is empty. Shin-Soo Choo takes ball 1.
Odor picking up his 9th RBI on the sacrifice fly.
Seen so many balls get pushed toward the right field line. I guess that's why I thought Arcia, who's shown off a strong arm here too, might be in better position to make that catch and throw. Santana was kind of cutting across. They both have good arms. 1-1. See Odor's reaction when he put the ball in play. He didn't think he got enough of it to get it out there.
Right.
Bouncer to second. The Rangers get a leadoff double by Martin, and they retake the lead in the 8th.
With a 5-4 lead. Stay with us directly after the game for Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink, as the Rangers once again take advantage of their opportunities. A big 3 RBI, 2-out hit early. They get the sacrifice fly here recently in the top of the 8th to take the lead. We'll also take a look at the Hammer, who is back. A big day today for Josh Willingham as he rounds into form, and we'll take you inside the clubhouse. Hear from the manager, Ron Gardenhire, as the Twins get set to head to New York. They'd like to do it, though, guys. Another comeback victory. We'll see if that can happen here.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Jason Frazier will pitch for the Rangers. Twins would like to get Josh Willingham up at least one more time today.
Yep. Well, Frazier making his 3rd relief appearance in this 4-game series, making his 21st overall. Done a good job out of that bullpen. Combined 2.12 ERA, 13 hits allowed in 17 innings, 7 walks, 18 strikeouts. The opponent's hitting just .217 off of them. Fastball, slider, changeup.
Eduardo Escobar will lead things off for the Twins in the 8th. The Rangers got a leadoff extra base hit. Sacrifice bunt, sacrifice fly later. They're back in front.
Yeah, Martinez scored 3 of the 5 runs for the Rangers here this afternoon.
Strike 1 to Escobar. And again, this game right now, the deciding run was produced by a bunt. Last night, the bunt single led to the run. Chop towards short. 1 down. Our Carsoup.com trivia question: how many 1-0 games have there been in Target Field history?
2.
With a plus or minus of 2, I'm going to say 3. And there have been 10.
Wow.
Oh, it's games. I thought Twins wins.
Oh.
So that's 5, and that's plus or minus 2 from 3.
So I said 2, you said 3. By my California math, that's what? 5.
Strike 1 to Danny Santana's had a good game going with 3 singles, a bunt single, and a couple of line drives to right.
Ding, 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 ding.
We win again. All we do is win. In the dirt, 1-1.
Already a career 3-hit night or day. Let's see if he can make it 4.
Kansas City Royals have been struggling. They just fired their hitting coach Pedro Grifol.
Oh, good. George Brett is coming back.
No, it's Dale Swaim this time.
Swaim was the third base coach for him.
Manager of the Cubs last year. 1-1 to Santana. Swing and a miss, 1-2. So let's see, what was it? Andre David, George Brett, Pedro Grifol, and now Dale Swaim, all in about 200 games worth.
And they let Kevin Seitzer go, I believe.
That's what
did they not?
precipitated all the changes. 1-2. 2-2. Santana's done a nice job getting on base, and he did steal a base after his 6th inning single. So far has scored just 1 run.
Yeah, 2 of his singles came with 2 outs.
And now 3-2. Santana only has 4 walks, but I guess encouragingly he hasn't seemed overeager at the plate. He hasn't expanded his strike zone very often. So we'll see what he does here, what he gets on this 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. Frazier reared back with the fastball.
Yeah, 92, 93 mile an hour fastball. And Frazier picks up the strikeout. Rearing back straight over the top fastball. Frazier at 5'9". He can still get that fastball even at 36 years old, still in the low 90s.
2 down in the 8th, and now Dozier.
Had some very good years in Toronto, now in his 2nd season with the Rangers.
Dozier drew a walk his last time up, 0 for 3. Ball 1. Rangers in the middle of the pack in their division. Twins in the middle of the pack in their division. Twins come back and win this game. They'll be a game below 500. The Rangers will be back to 500. Two-0. Backed off to 85 miles per hour and got a strike.
Yeah, kind of looked like Detroit in our division was going to start taking off and kind of taking a bigger lead, but they faltered a little bit as of late.
It's been their pitching, starting pitching, that cost them in the Texas series. 2-1. On the corner, 2-2. To Brian Dozier. 55 feet in the air, and it's a full count with Mauer on deck. Neil Cott's warming up in their bullpen. So if the inning is extended, Mauer can anticipate hitting against Cott's, not Frazier.
I got to look fastball right here if you're Brian Dozier. And if you're Frazier, you don't want to make a mistake in. I think the Rangers know if you leave it in, he can pull that ball. So look for a fastball away and line it somewhere down that right field line.
Got him. And a great inning for Jason Frazier. A ground out, 2 strikeouts, and it's 5-4 Rangers going to the 9th. We need in the bottom of the ninth some more backspin.
It's a magic. Yep.
5-4 Rangers going to the ninth inning. Century Link to what's next. Working with Roy Smalley for the Yankee series, and it'll be Ricky Nolasco going against Vidal Nuno.
Well, I will be watching, and hopefully Ricky Nolasco can find that consistency. And hopefully it starts in tomorrow night in New York.
Luis Sardinas will lead off the ninth for the Rangers, then Moreland and Beltran.
And Matt Guerrero starting the ninth inning, top of the ninth, making his 8th relief appearance. He worked in last night's ball game, inning in a third. And now 1-0 loss through 9 pitches, 5 for strikes to get 4 outs.
You know, the number's okay for Guerrero so far, but 7 1/3 innings, and he hasn't struck out a batter yet. That seems a bit peculiar. Matt in his first phase with the Twins was a regular strikeout pitcher.
Good change up there.
1 and 2.
Yeah, I saw in the notes Matt 1 strikeout away from 400 in his career.
1 and 2. And there's his first strikeout.
There you go, and number 400.
Pinto throws to Mauer, 1 away.
Now, in the bottom of the ninth, we have to say Mauer hasn't hit home run in a while, and then continue that thought.
One thing we don't know is whether Soria is available. He's not warming up right now. He's pitched a lot the last 2 nights. There's a nice breaking ball in the dirt. It may be that Ron Washington will let Frazier try to finish the game out. I don't see anybody warming up out in the Texas bullpen. 1 down in the ninth, and Moreland the batter.
And somebody's getting up now.
Okay. Soria didn't burn too many calories last night, but the night before he threw 28 pitches.
Right, only 10 last night, I believe.
1 strike to Moreland.
Joaquin Soria, we're told, is starting to loosen up out there.
In the dirt. 1 and 1. Remember when he was with Kansas City, he said one of his strengths was he could get warmed up quickly. Now that was before the second Tommy John surgery, but
right.
1 and 1.
I remember talking to Raleigh Fingers one time about how many pitches he needs to get loose, and of course he said, you know, I get 8 out here, but he said about 7.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Neil Cott's warming up as well. He may face Mauer to start the ninth inning. 1 and 2 to Moreland. Guerrero.
Hey.
Couple of strikeouts already.
401st strikeout.
I'm glad I brought it up. Here's Beltran.
It looked like a little cut or something inside. Take a look at the pitch. Yeah, like a slider. And Moreland swings through it.
Beltran. Pass Plouffe in the left field. Second hit by Adrian Beltran. And that'll get Rios to the plate. A couple of strikeouts, now a base hit, and Guerrero will go after Rios.
12 hits for the Rangers, 10 for the Twins. Rios in his first at bat, a base hit. Keep his hitting streak alive at 12.
Strike 1.
His longest hitting streak, 18. That coming last year when he was with the White Sox.
Drilled to center. Santana going back. And he's there for the catch. Oh, very well hit ball for the final out of the night.
I didn't like that sound.
imposed and inflicted. Struck him out. Got him. Breaking ball got him. Finishes are earned and celebrated. Liner to left field. Get down. Down for a hit. Suzuki heading around third. He's coming in. Aaron Hicks is the walk-off winner today. It's the last word, the closing act, the final step, the whole point. We don't remember the start. We never forget the finish. Will Number, Soria fumbles it, and the Twins win the game. Santana off the end of the bat becomes a game-winning hero. Twins are hoping for some more home field heroics. With Joe Mauer coming to the plate to start the ninth inning, he'll face Neil Kotz.
Kotz struck him out in last night's ball game. Hard-throwing lefty with a big breaking ball, making his 26th relief appearance.
Mauer, Plouffe, and Arcia.
That's a strikeout pitcher, 23 strikeouts in 22 innings pitched.
Dan Robertson in left field. Mauer takes strike one.
He struck out Mauer last night on some good breaking balls away. That breaking ball looked like it started in and then broke over the plate.
One and one. 1 for 4 on the day for Mauer. This likely the only man Kotz will be asked to get, knowing that Arcia, another left-handed batter, is 2 batters down on the lineup. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. 1-2.
Kotz 34 years old in his second season with the Rangers.
On the ground, right to the shortstop, Sardinas. Now retired, 1 away. Robertson, as you saw in left field, wearing some protection out there because of what happened a week ago.
Yeah, a little collision. He and Rios kind of converged right here. And Roberts came sliding in and ran right into Rios. Some fractures in his face area as he hit the knee of Rios.
So still playing, but with the shield. Kotz comes out after retiring Mauer on a ground ball. And it'll be Plouffe against Soria when we come back. Then the loss, and last night he got the save as he cut through the bottom of the Twins batting order.
Yeah, and only 10 pitches, 8 were strikes, and he had a couple strikeouts.
Plouffe will hit. The first man that Soria faced in the 9th inning 2 nights ago hit a fly ball to center. Here's a drive to left center field. Retreating is Martin on the edge of the track, makes the catch. 2 down. Trevor just got under it, and now Arcia will face Soria. And I can guarantee you both the hitter and the pitcher remembers the last time they faced each other.
Well, Trevor, good swing on this fastball right here. The ball stayed in the ballpark. Good swing.
2 nights ago, Arcia teed off on a pitch from Soria and hit one of the hardest balls I've ever seen hit in any ballpark by any hitter. And it hit the top of the wall in right center for a 1-out double, and the Twins ended up scoring 2 runs and picking up the win. This to right center, down for a hit, and Arcia is aboard. And that'll get Willingham to the plate.
And the 3rd hit for Arcia here this afternoon. So 2 pitches, a fly ball out, and a base hit for Soria.
Willingham has had a good day at the plate with 2 hits and 2 walks and a tape measure home run in the 5th.
Yeah, this is a blast right here. 436-foot 2-run home run for Willingham. That gave the Twins a 4-3 lead at the time.
Willingham struck out against Soria 2 nights ago.
Aaron Hicks in to run for Arcia at first base.
Willingham has hit a walk-off home run here 2 years ago against Brian Fuentes of the A's. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Last 2 nights, Soria has shown a few of those ultra-slow breaking balls, and you might be looking for a fastball, but somewhere in the back of your mind you have to think about that pitch because he's thrown it for strikes. 1 strike to Willingham, and there it is.
There it is, yep.
Quickly 0-2.
67-mile-an-hour big curveball.
Off the plate, another breaking ball, quicker one, 1-2. Scotty Elger at first base is saying that Soria is not coming to a stop, and that a balk should be called. Very high, 2-2. If he's stopping, it's a very brief stop.
It says split second.
Blink, you missed it. Eduardo Nunez in the on-deck circle. If Willingham prolongs the game, Twins will pinch hit Nunez. Got it. Another 67-mile-per-hour curve freezing Willingham. Soria gets the save, and the Rangers take 3 out of 4.
Another tough loss for the Twins.
Anthony LaPanta in the last homestand. The Twins won a lot of 1-run ball games, and here in this very brief homestand, a couple of tough 1-run losses finish the series out.
3 out of the 4 games here decided by 1 run. The Rangers win 3 of 4. We'll hear from Ron Gardenhire. Show you how the Rangers again manufactured offense next on Twins Live.